should know. I have never really liked you at all. I cannot hide it anymore. I've been thinking about the future, trying to forget about the past. So many ways that I could change for the better.
This is a true crime discussions channel. We speculate. This is all just speculation. Because it's true crime, it's for mature audiences only. There will be no children allowed, no exceptions. Everything on this channel falls under fair use. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's free.
Why is it like that? In Trisha's live, you can have a guest picture, gives it away. Skibbity floopa flap. Skibbity foopa flap. I like it. Crackerjacks. I like it very much. Much better. Okay. Good to see y'all. I apologize for making you wait. I had to go take Mr. Speculating to do some things. Ace became a member. Thank you so much for becoming a member, Ace. I greatly appreciate that and the support. I will grab the crazy train quickly to pick you up on the way to Speculation Station. Thank you so much, Ace. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Thank you so very much. It's good to see you, Southern Cats and Abellis and Little Bit of Lisa, True Crime. We said Jackie's name in chat last night many times, said Hio. Banana Bottom is here. Good to see you. Orange Rose, good to see you. Madeline, yes, Madeline, good to see you. Sky, good to see you. Heartbreaking. Oh no, what's heartbreaking? Oh, the children missing? Yeah. Yes, it is. Kim, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Buzzy Fuzzy Butt, good to see you and thank you for being here. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Rachel, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate you. Rubber Ramada, Kalisa Cats, Captain Nemo, good to see you. Good to see you. Snarky Pants, I hope you enjoy the grandbabies. Ruth Ann, good to see you and thank you for being here. Bit Bet, see you. Good to see you and thank you for being here. Uh yes, this is the live stream where he addresses the questions without answering any of them at all. Some people have went over it. I had the live stream. I didn't really know what to do today, so we're going to talk about it because I still got some things I'd like to discuss with you guys. Karen, good to see you. Yeah, I fell asleep really early last night actually. I've been packing. That's why I was late. Actually, I was late today because we're SANDRA. What the crap? Hold on. We are trying to sell stuff so we can move. And I had to help him find a notary, and so we had to go quickly to do that. And I had to drive, so that's why I was late. I do apologize for that. But yeah, we've been packing and I fell asleep, and it's like packing up our whole life to move has been crazy. Here is Hio's link. You guys make sure to check her out. She's been going live in the evening times talking about lots of interesting things. I know Diane Downs was a topic. I got to go back through and replay them. So make sure you guys check her out. Let me access my live stream. And I'm going to, after you subscribe to her, I meant to get Rubber's link and put it in the description. I'll have to do it after the live. But if you're not subscribed to her, make sure you subscribe to her as well. This is the one I'm going to pin because I am using the live that she so thoughtfully recorded. Skibbity doodah. And I'm going to I'm going to pin her link to the top so you guys have it. Okay. All right. You want me to email Diane down? I'll do it. Don't play with me. I ain't scared. I might what do you want me to ask her? I'll have to watch the live and see what you want me to ask her. This is where we need to be. Okay, so I know that Salty came up on the other live that we did about this. A lot of caulk talk. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard that she is a prison mom, which I find ironic. Stoic, good to see you. No, Skibbity, that is a great handle. 10 out of 10. Nicely done. Yeah, she's a lot. La 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 la. Okay. All right. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this, specifically power dynamics, because as you may or may not know, the thing for me about Joe Schmoe, this person in particular, is that while it is important to remember that a family was used in all of this, wrongfully so. Uh, for what? I don't know. The thing for me is that this person came on, and while they tried to make the main topic about the photos, even though it wasn't for everybody else, for me that's a big thing. But that was before I knew what he did to Crusha. Crusha is related to JJ and Tylee Vallow, and who were homicided by Lori Vallow. And there's a whole thing with the FLDS and all of that. But what I want to talk about specifically, I want to show you what questions he was asked that he avoided, specifically doing having to do with the picture. Why did he take the picture? That's the biggest thing for him. So let's talk about it. He took a picture. Since we're going over it with good Since we are going over it, I will show you with good measure what exactly it is that I'm talking about as soon as I find this this. We need that one, and we need, hold on just a minute. Where is it? Okay. Declaration of, okay, witness affidavit. Okay, so we need to come over here real quick, and we need to go down here to when they were at CrimeCon. Joe Schmoe is the one who took this photo. And here you can see from Joe right there. Okay. And here you can see that Lauren, Matthais, and Grayson appear to be relatively close to Christina, who is in black socks taking a photo. Joe Schmo has admitted to moving closer to get the photo. That's a problem for me. Not only did he do that, move closer, even though he knew it was a lie, take a photo of someone that he thought was stalking Lauren and Grayson. So they moved closer to get a photo because of what? I don't know. Because I'm a man and I can measure the distance. I don't know. That's a problem for me. Okay. So you do that. Not only do you do that, you write a whole damn witness affidavit, okay, about it. I was attending CrimeCon in the Gaylord Rockies on the evening of September 5th. I was present at the mini bar area of the Gaylord Rockies Convention Center, and there was an individual who was identified to me as Christina in the immediate vicinity of myself and other individuals known to me personally, including Lauren Matthais. And whereas Christina was reported to me as having been served with a restraining order or similar legal document ordering her to refrain from being within specific geophysical distance of Lauren Matthais. Okay. And it appeared on my personal visual observations that Christina may have been in violation of the reported court orders in regard to her geophysical proximity to Lauren Matthais. First of all, the only reason that she was in her geophysical proximity was because y'all moved closer, but you didn't say that in this affidavit. He estimated the actual distance to be between approximately 20 feet or less at 10:17 p.m. on September 5th of 2025. Therefore, he documented the location of Christina and Lauren with photographs taken with my smartphone's camera on or about 10:17 p.m. September 5th of 2025. The photographs were provided. So you wrote this whole entire fucking witness affidavit knowing that it was a fucking lie, okay? Knowing that you moved closer, knowing that you took that picture and presented it to be something that it wasn't. Why? Why? I need to know why. I know why. Power dynamics. Starstruck. You saw Laura Matthais. You knew she was there. She paid you a little bit of fucking attention, and your whittle ego couldn't handle, not being like, not asking questions. Well, why are we moving closer? Why are we moving closer to this person so I can take a picture and present it as something it's not? I have integrity. I have morals. I would not do that. Like I stated when we talked about this briefly before, you want to show me that she's within 499 motherfucking feet, I'll live stream the shit for you. Okay. Because that's the truth. If she's not, if we're moving closer and closer and closer, and I know it's a lie, then I got a problem with that. I'm not going to lie for you or anybody else. Why did he lie? Well, because it was Lauren motherfucking Matthais, right? Lauren motherfucking Matthais is a YouTuber, just like all of the other YouTubers you see out here. Like me, like Hio, like Rubber Ramada, like Plunder, like Mr. Beast, like all where it's just people that come on the internet and talk. You could do it. Anybody, bye Skibbity, I'll see you later. Um, you could do it. I could do it. He could do it. She could do it. It's just a person on the internet. Thank you. D. It's advent calendars for the kids. Thank you. Cindy from sunny South Florida. Good to see you. You shouldn't, because I'm just a person on the internet, just like you. I can't. Lauren Matthais, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break this to anybody. Lauren Matthais is not special. Neither is Grayson. Neither is Plunder. Neither am I. Neither is he. Neither is she. We all get on the internet. We all talk about information that we find and discuss it and share our thoughts and opinions on it. That's what we do. Some people like other people more than others. Some people are able to get information that others are not able to get. What's been presented to me about Laura Matthais so far is that she got documents that were accidentally released that should have never been released, and you could have jeopardized a couple of trials by releasing information for what clicks, views, and money. That's why when you get on here, you can't I strongly advise you not to do things for money, because when you start to make money and you start to say, oh well, this and this make more money than this and this, and you come out here every single day trying to just make more money and more money and more money because it's addicting, right? Like, you put out a video, it makes a lot of money. Well, let me find more information on that and that and that, and then you become addicted to it, and no, no, no. And then families get used, and people are laid by the wayside and just abused that should have never been abused. But you as a person as well can't see somebody like that and think, oh my God, Lauren Matthais is talking to me. Let me do whatever the fuck she asked me to do. Throwing my morals by the wayside. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Jerry, good to see you. And Lauren had struck him in the past. So what, she apologized? I wouldn't do shit for her. Yeah, twice from what I heard. Twinkle, twinkle my ass. She needed to twinkle, twinkle and hit the thumbs up.
Come on, players, stop hating. Stop hating. Start participating. Start participating, Star. Come on, twinkle, twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle.
Right? Comparing herself to victims and, oh, yeah. Look, let me tell you something. I wanted to, what is the word I should use here? Metaphorically punch her in the fucking face. We need to go over that. We need to go over the body cam of Charles begging the police to listen to him and have Lori committed because he knew that she was trying to kill him. And then you're going to say that nobody listening, there's nobody listening to me, just like nobody listened to Charles? I'm dark? Nope. Nope. That's what canceled the shit for me. Absolutely not. Do not compare how can you compare yourself to such a man who went through those things, a wonderful human being who was unnecessarily homicided by a crazy bitch? No. Very low. That's what I've heard, that she's been losing 1,000 followers every couple of days. Rachel said Lauren doesn't care who she hurts to get the content and info she wants. Exactly. That's a fucking problem for me, because it became about the money for Lauren. So she didn't give a shit. It's just about having the next thing and the next story and the more information and the next story and the next story. You can't do that, because then you hurt victims and all of these things. And let's talk about how all of this started. Somebody was talking shit about you on TikTok, and you want to throw your weight around and bully them to shut the fuck up. You put yourself out here on this platform as a public figure. Therefore, it's not always going to be good things that people say to you. I try to take it as constructive criticism to the best of my extent, but you're going to use the legal documents to shut her up for what? For no reason. Bully her into being quiet and then claim you didn't. Mm-mm. Hey, Miss Piloa, Mom. Mustang, good to see you. Also, be careful who you send money to. I've sent money to creators, sent them money. I had someone to pretend to be 4 years and then for no reason tell me they aren't friends. Yeah, don't send money to creators. Like you can participate and buy memberships and super chats, but I would advise you not to send money to creators. I've lived a life where, I've had to figure it out or I didn't have it. And that's the way I live my life. I can either figure out how to get what I need or I'm not supposed to have it. End of. I don't agree with sending people money and shit. It's crazy. They're people. We're all just people. Overinflated egos. Yep. So with that, I'm going to stop talking and we will go over this live stream, see what questions he's asked, see if we know the answers now, and try to figure out why he wouldn't answer those questions. Cindy said, I'd like to ask Lauren, one, how did all this work out for you? Not like she planned, because not everybody
Can
on
we
the
move on?
internet is going to be starstruck like he was. So, Salty Sleuth Investigates is going to come up and she's going to put him in his place. And I appreciate that. She seems to be a person with morals and integrity that is not blindsided by this dumb shit. I can't. Dandy, good to see you. Hidden True Crime has lost 6,000 subscribers so far. Lord of mercy. So this is the deleted live stream where he's supposed to come and be held accountable for what the fuck he did, but never really answers questions. The important thing about this for me is that the comments are there. And again, before we get started, Salty is great. Please go support Salty. I'll grab her link once I push play on this. Please don't be starstruck by these people. They're just people who get information. That's it. That's all. Don't send them money. Don't fucking be lying for them in court documents, because when you get locked up for lying in court, they ain't gonna give a shit. They're using you. If somebody asks you to do that, they're using you. They don't value you or your freedom. So walk away. Abraham said, when you focus on creating good and honest content, the views, the subscribers, and the money will follow. When you start focusing on the money, that's when the downfall begins. Exactly.
Boom, 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 bop, bam.
Exactly. That was a crazy comparison. The victims of Lori Vallow Daybell and that butthead, excuse me, her children, her beautiful husband. No, ma'am. It was disgusting. Shh. It might be getting released from what I've heard.
Okay, Discord. I gotta
Nope,
pull up
they're
Discord.
not.
Gotta go back. Gotta go back. Gotta go back. What the hell?
Think they're amazing against you.
All right, Salty. Here's
right here. Someone said, do you feel you were a little starstruck by people like Nate and Lauren? If so, do you think that played a role in all this? I can answer that question, and I think the answer is yes. Yep, exactly.
my StreamYard link. Boom. Please.
Here, Joe, do you feel that you were snookered? No, because Joe made the decision to get up, move closer, and write a whole fucking witness statement about it. No.
Come up and tell me what you mean, because we need to freaking clear the air.
Hey, Lord Peter Whimsy. Good to see you.
We need to get this over with.
What? You never did anything. You didn't answer any questions. Get what over with? Stop it.
You know, creative minds, a lot of people think.
Creative mindset. I don't believe Lauren felt she was in danger. I think it was all an act. He's responding to that. I agree with that person.
Think that way too.
A lot of people think that way too, is what he said.
A lot of people think that way too.
Yeah, but you didn't. Or you did, and you just threw everything away.
We're a month and a half out, and we've had legal documents dropped, including mine, and we've had a hearing from a judge. So it's a lot easier to make that judgment now than it was in that moment.
No. We're not playing that. You knew what you did. You knew it was a lie. And not only did you know it was a lie, but even after that, you went and wrote a whole fucking witness statement about it. And now, because the witness statements are being dropped and your name was on it, you want to come out and say something? You're playing cleanup. You're not doing this for integrity, for moral issues, to say, I fucked up. I did something wrong. I should not have done that. If that was the reason, you would have come out way before this fucking witness affidavit came out. In my opinion, you were fucking scared about the backlash that was going to happen when everybody figured out that it was you in those court documents. That's the only fucking reason you said anything. Hello, dear. Atlanta Braves are disgusted and dishonored that you're a fan. Oh, you talking about Joe? Yeah.
And I'm not making excuses. I'm not saying I'm
Bullshit.
not subject to whatever ramifications there are.
Bullshit. Joe, I don't understand what's going on. Lauren's on the fast track to Lorryville.
I'm just saying we know more now than we knew then.
Oh, what? No. What you knew then, not even referencing Crescia and how you just threw her away. Let's just talk about the photo. What you knew then was that you moved closer, took a photo you knew to be a lie, presented it as something it wasn't, not only in that moment, but after you've had several days to think about it, you went and wrote a whole fucking statement for a court of law under penalty of perjury. Nope.
Knew then personally than I knew it then.
What? See, here he looks in the camera trying not to smile because, in my opinion, he's full of shit and he's lying. He can't lie. He's not a good liar. He smiles a lot and laughs uncomfortably when he gets nervous because he knows it's a lie. There is no way you can tell me you didn't know what you were doing was wrong and that it was a lie in the time.
Like,
and as somebody said in the comment section a second ago, keep in mind he deleted this live afterwards. Right here, a little bit of Lisa. Rubber Ramada said, and the point of recording this with chat was because so many were asking questions and nothing was being answered. Just read. Thank you for that, Rubber Ramada. I greatly appreciate that. He does touch his nose a lot. Texas Ranger said she's ruined herself with all this bullshit.
Ms. Woozy, yes.
Miss Woozy said, in the moment, I didn't know anything. It was just very confusing. I don't blame Miss Woozy because I think Miss Woozy actually did ask questions from what I understand, which was, why are we moving closer? What's going on? And then Miss Woozy walked away from the situation.
Yes. We're in the same spot. Like,
no, you weren't. No. Miss Woozy was outside smoking. You were inside taking pictures you knew to be a lie. No.
What point, like, Salty, please tell me.
He thinks Salty's going to be a savior here, but Salty's not about playing save the day for something she knows is a lie. Rachel says, no one is judging you for taking a picture. It's the radio silence after.
That we can get through this and move on to something else.
As if I can't get past it and move on. Because the reason I said that, you caught a part of what I had said. You didn't see what I said prior. So I'm noticing in chat as I'm giving a little pushback about what you're saying, people really want to defend you and believe in you. And I don't blame them. I get it. And let me make this crystal clear in case y'all didn't attend any of my shows. So many of us who can critically think understood why you took the picture. People in chat, they want us to know we understand why Joe took that picture. He was being a friend in the moment. Like I said,
that That's a problem for me because I have lots of friends, but my friends wouldn't ask me to do something they knew was a lie because they would know I wouldn't do it. But the thing for Salty here is not the picture, as she explained on the panel before. The thing for Salty is everything that happened afterwards. I remember watching this the first time and I was trying to figure out what happened afterwards. Using families and just when the case is over, when everything's done, when they can't get any more money, clicks, and views out of them, just walking away and leaving them and having used them, just forgetting about them. That's her issue with him, as it should be. Carolina said, I was suspicious when she said that she withdrew her civil court case. Am I the only one who found that odd? I think it is odd, but I think that one crime coming in was her saving grace. I think it was all just she didn't want it to go any further because she was worried about what would come out during while everybody was being questioned in regards to the civil case.
Probably done the same damn thing. Can we move on? What happened after that? Lauren goes and does what she
Yep.
does. We all know what she did. Law and Crime, The Big Bad Wolf. I'm going to go 9 hours and air it all out there. We're all like, okay, let's go all in and try to support this because we don't support stalking. Okay, so we went and did that. Then we decided to weigh the evidence as it came forward. You got made fun of and called out on because you decided it was a good idea. I don't fault you for going on web sleuths with Megan in the beginning to support Lauren. Let's get that straight too, vultures. There ain't no sides here. I refuse to be the one to take a side in any case. Try me.
This question from RM Productions YouTube says, well, to be honest, I've never done anything wrong, ever, not once, even something questionable, but I can forgive. Wow, that's interesting. Somebody said, who else thinks Laura Matthais called Law and Crime? I find that interesting, maybe. Considering that she probably emailed the sheriffs to let them know that she had a restraining order on Christina, from what we hear in the body cam, she probably did call Law and Crime, but had Grayson or somebody else do it for her. I find that question interesting and think it could be possible. This one says, thank you for answering my question, Joe. Do you feel you're good, honest man? May I ask, do you know a lady called Gigi who has a channel called Pretty Lies and Alibis? I don't know the history between Gigi. I do know that you guys were telling me that her grandmother just died, and I do send my condolences for that. I know that Gigi was allegedly used and abused like a lot of people were by these people, and that's a problem. Again, starstruck. Why? No. Mm-mm.
Try to force me into that nonsense. Social media has tried for years. So media influenced. No. I've been influenced by this man right here all week long. So for those y'all in chat, pretend y'all know Joe Schmoe. So do I. So when you see me saying something in chat, don't come tomorrow making, screenshots out there, sir, talking about how Salty Sleuth just goes at poor little Joe Schmoe. There's a reason I might be angry because I don't think I'm Joe. No, I'm not getting the same Joe.
Yeah.
Leave what out? What? Let's go with it.
Let's leave
Why
that
did
guy
you go?
alone.
Okay, so I'm not. What guy?
Now, Saucy, Joe had been wanting to come out and talk about this for a couple of days. They had been talking behind the scenes. They had said, okay, this is the way we're going to approach it. This is what's going to happen. And this is what we need to do. When Salty Sleuth got up there, from my understanding, of course, I wasn't there. I didn't see the conversation. I didn't hear the conversation, but she was under the understanding that she was helping Joe to present it as not necessarily present in a certain way, but like there was things said in this conversation, and then he gets up on the live stream and just like trashes the whole everything they talked about and threw it out the door, and just it was everything that they talked. He was just not being respectful of everything that they had talked about. And he was trying to make it about the photo, when for Salty and for a lot of people, it's not about the photo. It's about what happened to the families in this situation. Rachel said Gigi is a great lady and Lauren said some horrible things about her. It sounds like Lauren has said some horrible things about a lot of people that she don't want out, which is her own damn stupidity. Lauren is all about herself and will step on anyone for money and fame, in my opinion. I agree. But as a person, you've got to be able to see that and know and not fall for the bullshit. Somebody said, "You're a good man, Joe. Thank you for sticking up for a friend. Salty, can you call me a little troublemaker?" What?
You know
What
that
guy?
guy.
What, Joe? I said, I'm talking about the
All right,
social media as a whole. What the hell are you now, my guy?
I'm
Are
talking
you
about the
kidding
prop.
me?
The
Are you
prop came.
fucking? I gotta go. I
Okay.
gotta go right now
Exactly, Lisa.
before I lose my shit and be called that girl on the internet who couldn't contain herself that one night because she got triggered by Joe Schmoe.
Who am I triggering?
You're triggering her because, like little bit of Lisa said, he convinced her he wanted to make things right, but then he didn't. Somebody said right here, "Don't kick him when he's down. He has regrets." Yeah, but regrets should have been handled before we wrote a whole fucking witness statement. Regrets should have been handled before we used the family of a horrific crime and then threw them by the wayside. What? And I don't think he's got any fucking regrets, to be honest with you. I think his only regret is that he has to come out and talk about it now because his name is on a fucking document. I'm not signing no motherfucking documents about any motherfucking thing, especially if I know it's a fucking lie. I wouldn't be caught in that situation anyway because I don't fucking lie like that.
Joe,
What? You're no friend, Salty. I think Salty is more of a friend in this situation than anybody ever has been to Joe. She was actually trying to help him and trying to make him understand and see what he did wrong. They talked about it. They came up with a game plan, and then he went and blamed her mods and her, "Oh, I can't smile. I can't do this. I can't do that." Making it about all of the things that it's not supposed to be about. It's not about that.
I made a comment about random people on the internet, screenshotting shit, doing all the things everybody does across the board. Everybody's been doing, and you're over here talking about something else. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What
fair
guy,
enough.
girl? What about? Should I be looking over my
Yep.
shoulder?
We all
Yes.
should be looking over our shoulder. Like I'm
All right.
figuring
Well, how
that
about
out
be
now.
honest? What happened when you were finally presented all that evidence you talk about? You need to see all the evidence that came out. Court hearing where we all heard with our own ears what the judge said. We read the documents. All of that happened. You still didn't look at any of that. You got called out.
So at this point, she had asked him, "Have you looked at the 9-hour live? Have you listened to the court documents?" He says, "No, no, no, I haven't looked at this. I haven't done that. I haven't tried to do anything." Now, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think that he saw the 9-hour live when it came out. I think he saw everything because it involved him. I think that he didn't want to admit to it because he can say, "No, I haven't watched it yet. No, I haven't watched it yet," and can't be asked any hard questions about, okay, why did you support Lauren through this? Why did you write your name on a statement that you knew was a fucking lie? If he says, "I haven't seen it, I haven't noticed, I haven't done anything," even though he more than likely I don't believe for a second he saw that shit come out and didn't watch it. Not for a second, especially if he's so damn starstruck that he's going to take a photo he knows is a lie. Abraham said, "How are you going to ask a friend to lie for you and not come across as you yourself being a liar? That don't make sense." I agree. Joe would still think he didn't do anything wrong if someone didn't tell him. See, that he presents himself as that, I think. His little ego and his whittle ego and his whittle manhood got a little bit hurt and he couldn't deal with it, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Call me cold-hearted. I don't know. I deal with the facts. Like the facts are you presented something as something it wasn't, and then wrote a whole fucking statement under oath about it. I don't know the background of what he did to Kresha, but from what I've heard, that was disgusting as well. Unapologetically a problem. I like your name, and it's nice to meet you. So glad HTC hasn't gotten away with things. Don't understand why channel was popular. Was the only true crime channel I didn't watch. Her hubby says so much without saying anything. I'm confused as to what's going on right now. This is Joe Schmoe coming out, supposed to be taking accountability. about what he did for Lauren.
Out in a public setting for not even watching the live. You said, I don't got time. I don't want to waste my time on a 9-hour live. Excuse me, sir. You went all in the bar that night.
He did. He went all in the bar that night. Captain Nemo, the photo was real, but they moved closer and closer and closer to Christina. Christina wasn't messing with them. I don't know if she was within the distance she was supposed to be of them. See, the thing is, when you combine that with the fact that Christina bought her tickets like over, it was a long time in advance, paid $1,800 for her tickets, and then was making videos about Lauren that pissed Lauren off. So Lauren takes out a stalking order and then delivers it to her at CrimeCon just to make sure she can't go to CrimeCon. So Christina is made to where she can't go to CrimeCon, and then Lauren is down in the bar area. Christina's down there because she can't go to CrimeCon, even though she spent almost $2,000 to go. Lauren bought a day pass, which is $700 to $800, that she wasn't even going. And then you get this person that's in the bar with her. I want to know who got there first of all, but she got Joe Schmoe and them. They were sitting far away, and she noticed Christina in the area. So they moved closer and closer and closer to Christina, and then he takes a photo, making it look as though Christina is stalking her. That's not, you presented it as a lie. That's a problem for me, because, and then after that wrote a whole entire court document under oath, under penalty of perjury, saying that she was within 200 feet. He made it appear that she had gotten that close to them naturally, which was not true. You moved closer and closer and closer to present this as something it wasn't. Have a good day, Lori. I'm sorry I missed you. Oh, it's
The documents,
so he makes this live stream and supposed to take accountability, but never does.
all of that happened. You still didn't look at any of that. You got called out in a public setting for not even watching the live. You said, I don't got time. I don't want to waste my time on a 9-hour live. Excuse me, sir. You went all in the bar that night. But you didn't want to waste your time.
The 9-hour live didn't have anything to do with the court hearings. Like the
No,
court
they
hearings
weren't
is
even
where
out
you and
yet.
our-
But she came out.
That's exactly.
So you're
Yeah.
going to.
So he went all in on the court documents and presenting something as a lie, even though it was a lie. Wrote a whole fucking statement about it under penalty of perjury on the off chance that you could go to jail for fucking lying in a court of law, but you ain't got time to watch this 9-hour live. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe he watched it and doesn't know what to say. So it's easier to say, I didn't watch it, I don't know what it says, instead of taking accountability for where you fucked up. And that's not the only thing. There's a whole bunch behind the scenes that I can't even begin to tell you about because I'm not involved in that and I don't know much about it. I do know that he used the family of horrendous crime, and they shouldn't have been used like that. Somebody said, can you post a photo on like a Substack or something so we can see? I did bring the photo up. If you guys need to see the photo again, let me know and I'll pull it back up. Somebody said, I don't know Crescia from Adam, but Lauren's actions are pathetic after CrimeCon, and Joe still says she's a friend. We're all trying to tell him she's a friend to no one. I don't know about that. I think Crescia's really nice. I think that Crescia thought Joe was a friend, and Joe treated her like she wasn't a friend and she didn't matter. Only going to watch the live that Crescia did once Kay came up, because Kay was what was important to him, not Crescia, that he had done live stream after live stream after live stream after live stream with when it was popular to do, when he could make money, clicks, and views off of it. That's just my opinion. You know, my channel's called Allegedly Speculating, so you should take that to mean we're always speculating, just as a PSA.
Tell me you're going to get your friends in a bar and her alleged stalker is right there and you capture the photo that pinpoints the distance. Doesn't have a
You would
David.
take it. You just said you would do the same thing too.
Joe, let me finish. I did say it. You did all that for your friend, but then
So quickly, Miss Woozy was right there and told us they kept moving closer, but she didn't know why at the time. And I agree with what Miss Woozy did. At that point, when I saw some fuck shit going on, I'd have been like, I'm going outside to smoke. I don't know what y'all are doing. I don't want to fucking be involved. I'm rolling out. I think Miss Woozy did the right thing at the time.
friend goes a 9-hour live to tell all of us about it, makes us like we're, oh my God. But she comes out the gate with this law and crime stuff. Ma'am, law and crime, that's what they do. So I get past that for a moment. She went 9
Okay.
hours with all of it. Then, God, but she comes out the gate with this law and crime stuff. Ma'am, law and crime, that's what they do.
It is, and for her to think that she's above it, just like she thought she's above everything else, is a fucking problem. You're not above being recorded by law and crime, just like nobody else is. The families of these victims of these horrendous crimes are not above it, neither are you, ma'am. SueTube said, Joe is hiding something. Look at him. People are picking up, and he's paying attention to the comments, and it's fucking with him. Somebody said, I think Lauren called law and crime, but it did not go the way she planned. Just my opinion. I agree. Maybe because they saw a certain creator's hypocrisy. What has Lauren done so wrong? Asked somebody. If you don't know by this point what Lauren's done that is so wrong, I can't help you. This argument seems like it should be behind closed doors, just my 2 cents. Well, see, the thing is that they tried to keep it behind closed doors. Salty tried to have this conversation with him before he came on this live stream, and then he completely flipped script and said, fuck Salty too.
So I get past that for a moment. But she went 9
Okay.
hours with all of it. Then
Hey, Hilton.
other things began to surface, and I began to talk to you about it privately. Joe,
It's
are
always
you aware of
complicated
this?
to deceive.
Have you seen this? This doesn't look good. Joe,
Yep.
you demanded to see more facts. But all the way up until Cresha went live, I'm pretty sure.
And yep, until Crusher went live and Kay came on, which is disgusting. It wasn't as important to you to be up there with Crusher when you were up there with her on live stream after live stream before. Oh, Crusher's not important enough for me to watch. Let's wait till Kay goes up. No, sir. No, sir. Somebody said something. This argument, okay, we read that. Is this your friend very intense? Salty is very intense when she knows somebody's fucking up. And that's what you should be gaining from this, I think. Person under it, you can't scare a mama bear, said, I'm behind, but it sounds like you're still blaming others. Exactly.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
So as you can see, this isn't going the way he planned. Maybe that's why he deleted it. Were you embarrassed, Joe?
I continued to try to bring you the facts of the case, including all the documents.
Okay. What I care
Stephanie.
about right now
The
in
hearing.
this moment, okay, what I care about in this moment.
And I kept
Exactly.
asking you, what do you, Joe? It's getting messy out there. You got mad because
I got mad?
let me
I've
see.
never
let
been
me- let me-
mad. I've
let-
never been mad.
Let me, okay. What happened as a result of you going on channels that exposed everything you were doing out there, all the videos you've ever done? What exposed you to the world? Or the
Me.
Somebody said, my head is going to explode with this woman. She's his friend. What the fuck? Yeah, that's what friends do. They call you on your bullshit.
channels
Me,
made fun of
me,
you.
myself, and I.
Channels
Me,
made fun
myself,
of
and I.
you. That became the
Yep.
problem. That was a
Yep.
problem. So was that not
It
a
wasn't
problem?
it wasn't, no, it wasn't your problem. It wasn't my
No,
problem.
it was
a
not. You're
problem.
right. It was your
Yeah.
problem. You
Right.
you had got a problem because something
Okay.
negative was said about you on the internet as a
Oh,
result.
the pervert thing. Okay. Yeah.
As a result of you going
Okay.
out there to this Krama channel and everybody now digging up little videos of you to find things to pick apart, doing what
Right.
they do.
Yeah.
So
Right.
all
I
this stuff
inserted
was
myself-
happening.
Yeah, and I admitted that I inserted myself.
Okay,
into that.
all that was happening. But when it came down to finally everything was
Somebody said, Lauren is an opportunist, grabs up good people that just want to help. Joe is one of those people, in my opinion. I do wish Joe had seen the light more sooner, but I think his heart is true. I don't think so. I think he's just saying this because he knew he'd be outed. My head is going to, okay, we read that.
out there, including what you needed, those facts, the court hearing, and the
It does
documents.
look bad.
I still couldn't get you to listen to that stuff. You
Because it would have hurt his little ego, don't you know? He can't watch the 9-hour live stream. He can't be hit with the truth. He can't answer the hard questions because it would hurt his little ego, in my opinion. Again, this is a channel for speculation. He acts like he was innocently involved in this diabolical plan that he had no idea about. Exactly. And why? Why? Because it was Lauren Matthais? Because you were starstruck? Because she's more powerful than you and you think she's gonna help you on a come up? Mm-mm. No. You put in the hard work and you can come up yourself. You don't have to use victims of tragedies or bigger YouTubers. It's not that hard to submit a fucking FOIA. Get the information and put it out. Talk about it. I myself have watched 6 different streamers talk about the same fucking stream. I mean, everybody sees different things in it. There's no excuse. No excuse. Joe hasn't been live since and gave the case he was intensely following to a Lauren supporter mutual friend. Imagine that. Imagine that. Lauren needs the money to keep up her appearance, in my opinion. I used to watch her and enjoy her channel. As she started getting Botox and everything else, her personality has been changing, also, in my opinion. Her husband being a psychiatrist, she should, I mean, I don't know. You're married and you got a child. Like, what do you need to keep up appearances for? I don't know. She probably does. I just have never understood that Botox and keeping up with the Joneses bullshit. That's some other shit that's psychological. I can't even begin to unpack. Made me laugh so hard. Imagine the secretive face the next morning listening to that. I agree with that too.
You no, don't. You
No,
just
I did. I
it
did.
took
I
you
did
a long
listen to
time.
the court hearing. No,
Well,
no, I
after
did.
Possibly.
Okay. You're
Okay, there's a difference between
okay,
listening
Joe.
to it and
I agree.
talking about it.
I
Okay.
don't
Psychologist.
expect
Apologize.
anything from
Always say the
you.
wrong
You
one.
don't owe me anything. When everything was finally out there, and I encouraged you to go to community, man, they don't know what to think about you in the moment,
Okay.
right?
And
I
that's
did
fair.
I
That's fair
so
criticism.
we're too fixated on why we took the picture. And you
See, Salty, this person, writer Alexander, look, I don't mean to be calling everybody out. I'm just calling out what I see, but this comment's very important because it explains a lot. Writer Alexander said, silencing the family of victims who you used to grow your channel and make loads of money from their tragedy is absolutely disgusting. And that's what Hidden True Crime has done. And that's what Salty's upset about because that's what Joe Schmoe has done as well. Again, are you starstruck? You saw that Lauren was doing that, so you decided to take the same road. Where's your integrity? Somebody said liar. Somebody said, there are reasons that restraining orders are private. Would you want law and crime going in if you were reading a restraining order? Have you been stalked? It sucks. You are trying to hide. I understand that, but the part of it that makes it so bad is that Lauren wasn't actually being stalked. She presented things in a way to make it seem that way, but she actually wasn't. And if you use your common sense, your God-given right to critical think, then you could see very easily that it was all bullshit. And I'm not believing that this man could not see that unless he was starstruck. Anger doesn't get anyone anywhere. Maybe that's why Joe took a break to let the negative energy blow over. I think it's best to come out and handle it immediately.
would have done the same thing.
Honestly.
What I'd have done afterwards and what you did afterwards, I promise you, was two different things every step of the way.
Blinded
Now we have
by
a
the
hurt family
light.
sitting over there while everybody's running around full of empathy all of a sudden. We truly have a hurt family.
Yep.
Who were completely, now it's crystal clear, Joe. You need the facts that they were used for years for stories about Lori Vallow and the horrific things she did.
Yep.
Now, here we are. That family people tried to silence them on the internet. You still did not do anything. You stayed silent.
I did tonight. So
Tonight is way too late for everything that happened to Crescia. You were involved in it, and that's why Salty is mad. Somebody said this is an unhealthy friendship. I'm praying for everyone. I pray for everybody too, but I don't think this is an unhealthy friendship at all. I think it's getting caught on your bullshit. And if you have a true friend that is a true friend, they will say, hey, you're fucking up. You're fucking up right now.
Tell me,
It
okay,
felt like your hand was forced a little bit, Joe. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you coming out now. You're right. You finally came out and said your piece. Okay. We
yeah, I
understand
did.
why you made friends with Lauren, and we understand that why you took
Oh, right here. This is going to sound crude, but drop your nuts, Joe, and stop coming across as if you're afraid of HTC turning her flying monkeys loose on you. Take a stand, man. He's not liking this. This is also stupid and sophomoric. Okay. I don't know why Salty is, but she seems to know things. I don't know who Salty is, but she seems to know things. See, people are picking up on the bullshit. Up here, if Lauren talked trash about Gigi from Pretty Lies and Alibis, that is crazy. Gigi is real. Sad to hear. And see, it's not only that she talks shit about Gigi, she talks shit about the people she used to get her come up, to get her money and her clicks and her views, to the extent that they were silenced, which is bullshit.
the picture. We do. We
Hold
get it.
on, hold
We
on,
get it
hold on,
all. We
hold
get
on,
it.
hold on, hold
So
on.
we're done. We get it. We understand now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'm hiding something. What do you think I'm hiding? Do you think I'm hiding
exactly,
something?
Rachel.
It took you a long time to reach out publicly to Crescia and make a public statement about man. I am
It
so
did because I have to know. All right, I'm not going to make an excuse.
whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I'm with her. Whoa, you have to know. What do you have to know? What do you have to know? She's hurt. You fucked up. You hurt her along with several other people. And it don't sound like that was an apology either. I'm not sure that he has apologized as of yet. What's going on? Joe is trying to make this right. But if he was trying to make this right, he would answer questions and actually apologize. Somebody else said why Joe is hiding something. It's disgusting, and I feel many people have been manipulated by HTC. Sure to the hell did, or is that too aggressive? Said True Crime Butterfly. Well, there's drama
It
here.
did. It
Whoa.
did. It did. Hold on. Hold on.
I need you to
I'm
tell us
not
why.
gonna. No, I'm not going to because it sounds, even if it's a reasonable, rational
Wait.
excuse.
No, you need to explain why. If it's the truth, then it's the truth, regardless of how it sounds. If you used her to make money, clicks, and views, then you need to fucking admit that. And I need to know, have you learned from that? Are you trying to become a better person? But you don't want to answer those questions.
Then it sounds like an excuse, and it doesn't sound like.
If it sounds like it's an excuse, that's because it fucking is. It's not the truth.
Even
A
if it's
reason.
reasonable and rational, as if we wouldn't get reasonable and rational.
Really.
Don't
Sometimes
you need to, sometimes you
the
got real
YouTube community
condescending
doesn't.
earlier. You got real condescending earlier, and every time I said a thing in the chat, you wanted to say, "Oh, salty that," and you got
Right there. Rubber Ramada even pointed out, I see no accountability. That's the problem, Joe.
condescending a couple times, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it because it made chat feel like I'm coming at Joe when I know our conversations. And I've told you 1,000 times, doubled down on what the problems were here and how the community saw you and the
Right.
concerns they had and how it looked and how you shushing Megan looked.
Right.
But we're the big bad enemy over here, right?
No.
So Megan is Lori Daybell's cousin who tried to come out and stand up for true crime, hidden true crime as well. When they went up on that panel, Joe was shushing her and then like laughing nervously about it because I mean, again, if you want to talk about accountability, and again, he's up on that panel to take accountability, to admit what he had done wrong, and he's shushing her still, which I know there's more to that I don't know. He's missing the point completely and now lying. But see, the thing is, Rachel, is he really missing the point? Or is he trying to intentionally make it seem that way? Did he really not watch the live stream, or did he just want everybody to think he didn't so he wouldn't have to take accountability? If it seems like I'm misunderstanding the point, if I'm talking about every other thing, including the picture, then I don't have to talk about the real issue here. I don't have to talk about how bad I really fucked up. He doesn't want to see the point, right? I think. And he continues to lie. Rocco says, if it smells like a treat, then it's a treat.
I
Silly.
came on
I
your
can't with that
channel,
anymore.
Malty. I came on
And
your channel and
oh
I
yeah.
talked about that.
And so do I. Oh, you did. You come on my channel. You certainly
Yeah.
did. But that was a whole thing, wasn't it? So do I. What do I? You came on my. So what about? Was I the alternative? Did somebody turn y'all down?
No, you're my first option.
Because I saw a comment in my chat the other day that Joe said he's trying to collaborate, but nobody would do it. What the fuck? Really?
Salty had offered to collaborate with him several times, and then people are coming in saying, well, nobody will go up with. First of all, if you're talking about a stream to take accountability, you shouldn't have to collaborate. You should come on and take accountability. Point blank, period. Somebody pointed out Salty sounds very hurt, and she was.
That was actually about you. That was actually about collaborating.
Excuse me?
Yes, that was about me and you. And I talked to that person today, and
You
they're
did
like,
that person. Wait a second.
okay.
Of course, I'll collaborate with you. Thank you for being a
That
member.
person's
for 12
in
months.
my chat making a comment about you were
Of
offering
course
to
I will.
collaborate somewhere and nobody wanted to.
Right.
That was about me.
Yes, because
Now she's pissed because she had been offering to collaborate with him for a very long fucking time. True Crime with Hio has been a member for a whole year and said, collab with me. I love you, BFF. I love you too. And you know I would collaborate with you anytime. Occasionally, Classy. Good to see you, love.
I called
Wow, that's
you.
rich,
We had
Joe. That's
we
fucking
had a
rich.
phone call.
Yeah, I said
We
the word
had
F. I said the F bomb, and I don't make
we
excuses.
had a
for it.
phone call last
Dude.
night, and you said
This was
I
last
talked to
night.
my
Last
yes,
night.
and you
So
said
you went-
you said I
who
talked
did
to
you
my
talk to?
mods,
Oh my
and
God.
they advise. You said I talked
Oh,
to
I'm
my
not
mods.
ashamed to say that. Let's roll with that conversation.
Right here, Joe seems to have guilt for more than just the pictures. Yep. People are saying, what the fuck? Because they know she'd offered to collab with him, and they have done streams together while he's up here trying to present it as if she didn't. And she's talking about, because she says the F-bomb, because evidently he tries to present himself as like, oh, fuck, excuse me, I didn't mean, excuse my French. I apologize for using a word of profanity over here. Like, mm-mm. If you're real, you get mad, you get upset, and you get frustrated, and you have feelings, and you cuss. I'm sorry. I don't know. Some people don't. I'm gonna say fuck if I'm fucking mad, and that's the end of that.
Okay,
Evidently, he doesn't.
you said I talked to my mods, and they advised me against that collaboration.
Did you not tell me
So-
before that somebody advised you to email a large platform to take your little story to? And we were talking about that, and I ended.
Miss Woozy said, I just wish you would read my comment. Sorry for the caps. I just wanted her to see that I had a misunderstanding. I didn't see the first comment.
up saying, well, if you need me to go on your panel, Joe, and when you go live, I'll do it, but I'm not going to be there to support you like that. And you in agreement with that? Then I ended up saying, well, we can just go do it on my show if you need to.
Somebody wrote, she ain't no friend, Joe. I don't know what kind of friends y'all got, but if they won't come to you when you're fucking up and you're full of shit and you're trying to present something as fact, or present something that is bullshit, and they know it's bullshit, and they don't come at you like this, then they're not a real friend.
And then that was born. Then I said, I'll speak to my mods, because what I will not do is turn a mob loose on my mods they can't handle. There's 3 of them, and we got to.
She's rude and foul mouthed. Who gives a fuck? Sounds triggered, and that's not fun. Wow. Joe, please just be honest. What is going on? Stop deflecting. You've done something horrible. That's what you're hiding, and you are squirming. Exactly.
Chill chat, because we don't do drama. And I
They
didn't want all
said
that
quite
on
a
them.
few. Hey, Ace.
So I went and talked to my mods. Yes, sir, I did. Because they're a good team of people, and they're
As Rachel pointed out, Joe didn't want to offend anybody on his channel, but had no problem on Salty's. Why? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mississippi, good to see you. Abraham said, I agree. That's a friend holding you accountable for your words. If it's a true friendship, then this will only strengthen it. Exactly. That swear jar gonna provide for my move and everything, ain't it?
honest, and they are among the community. And they felt some type of way all on their own. I wasn't even sure exactly how they really felt. So we gave you every chance and all.
This person, I think everybody just needs to move on. Whatever happens to people, individuals, channels happens. All of you brought this on yourself. I agree with that, referencing Joe and Hidden True Crime specifically. Joe watched Hidden True Crime 9 Hour crying in the next live with her husband. It's ridiculous. Turned my stomach. Said someone. Salty didn't want to change anything. She is a bully too. If y'all are seeing her as a bully, I can't help you.
The
I
benefit
don't
of the
know.
doubt. Please don't think we did not give Joe Schmoe the benefit of the doubt. And we did not give him the time needed to go public and state what he thought he did wrong. But he continues
To not be held accountable. He continues to shy away from the subject because she did. She talked to him behind the scenes. He kept on pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off, and she tried to help him. Miss Woozy said, I was mad at Joe because he told me last night that Salty something didn't want him on the channel. But then I went on the live this morning and saw that wasn't the case and got mad because I thought he lied.
tell me to please tell me what I did wrong. Taking the picture wasn't wrong, Joe. I don't guess there's nothing else I got to say. I don't know what else to say at this point. But you're telling people that I don't even know that you offered to collaborate with me, and I said no because I told you my mods weren't. We decided.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like there's nothing.
Sleuthy, it's good to see you. Sleuthy says Salty ain't a bully. She just doesn't beat around the bush, and Joe was her friend. And he betrayed the fuck out of her on this live stream. Right? Salty'd be good at that, wouldn't she?
Wrong with that. Like, why is that so hard for you to admit that you talked to your mods?
Did I just?
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
hard for me
God.
to admit that I talked to my mods about it. Did I just sit here and
you all agreed, and you all agreed that
we
it wasn't a
did,
good decision.
You know why?
Right? And I'm
And I
okay
told
with
you
that.
why.
Yeah.
Am I sitting up
You
here
did.
denying
You
that?
did, and I was fine with it.
But
You
I
did,
can't admit it.
You did, and I was fine with it. You did.
But it's being commented in my chat how Joe wanted to collaborate with somebody. Well, I'm more concerned about who that email was sent to that somebody advised you to go to. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
This ain't about Salty fucking sleuth. It's
That's
about my friendship.
and that's what
it's
I
about my
thought, and
friendship
that's
with
why.
no. Let's get this straight.
If people are picking up, has everyone seen him on Queen's channel? Carolina said, dang it, Joe, what did you do to your friend Salty? Look at what Lauren has done. She has caused division. I mean, it's because Joe is using Salty now as a scapegoat.
He had a friendship too, Joe Schmoe.
And
I talk to you all the time behind the scenes. I talk to you all the time. I've laid all this out to you.
That in the
and I
past
can't keep
tense.
rehashing it with you. So stop it. Condescending up there, acting like we're the ones treating you some kind of way because we can't let it go. Dude, Kresha feels some kind of way. She's questioning.
Right. Yes, exactly.
I get the impression. This is my theory, my opinion.
Somebody said, listen to this. Joe's trying to come clean on his part. He's doing his best to make it right. He's trying, and you aren't giving him a chance. This is raw people, and you won't tell him. I think that everybody's given him a chance to be held accountable, and he just keeps using this person and that person and that person as a scapegoat, all the way down to the last friend that he really had, which was Salty, and he's trying to present it as Salty did something that she didn't do, like that you won't collab with him. I mean, Joe's the victim here, perpetual and always.
Felt like
no.
She
nobody
was
got time for that
questioning
shit.
your motives for even becoming her friend, and you
See, that's a fucking problem. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Crusha's questioning the motives for Joe even becoming her friend, because with Lauren and everything going on, she's like, well, why did these people even talk to me? Why did they come to this live stream? Was it all to use me? Because I was related to the victims of this horrible homicide. And you're letting her feel that way and letting her think that and not doing anything to fix it. Why? Is it true? Because that's what I would be asking. So did you just use the fuck out of her, Joe? And if you did, are you going to fucking admit it? Are you going to take accountability? Are you going to apologize? The answer is no.
condescending up there, acting like we're the ones treating you some kind of way because we
Yep.
can't let it go. Dude, Crusha
This-
feels some kind of way. She's questioning.
Right? Yes,
I get the
exactly.
impression, this is my theory, my opinion. I felt like she was questioning your motives for even becoming her friend, and you can't see that. That's a problem for me, people. And if you can't understand that, I am sorry. This is not a fight between me and Joe. My God, it's about a community that
Right?
it's been coming. And Joe
Right.
is, people are in the chat acting like this is my fucking fault, man.
And why that's so upsetting is because she did everything she could to help her friend out, while he alleged to be taking accountability, while he alleged to be coming out here and doing the right thing, and the whole time he's not. And he's using this person and that person and that person as a scapegoat to not take accountability, to not be held accountable. And in the meantime, a whole fucking community used a family of a horrific crime for clicks, views, and fucking money. And that's disgusting. And all of them need to admit it and either do better or fucking leave.
Because I'm up here.
Not Salty, but the rest of them. HTC, Joe, everybody that used the fuck out of a family of a horrific crime for stories and pictures. You need to admit what you did and apologize and fucking do better, or you need to leave.
Knowing,
it's
I
not
know
about
shit
me
they
and
don't know.
Salty.
I
It's
know
not
shit they
about
don't know. This man ain't being honest with y'all, and I need to go.
what. Okay, what
right
am I
now.
not being
I'm
honest
done.
about?
No, you go right ahead with your
Well,
show,
thank you
Joe.
occasionally.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Fair enough. Wow, that was interesting.
So now she's not up here to be his fucking scapegoat for him to blame shit on.
That was really, really interesting. I said, what am I not being honest about? And she can't tell me what I'm not being honest about.
Because if you're not going to take accountability, why is she having to tell you what you're not being honest about? You know what you're not being honest about. Why does she got to hold your fucking hand?
Yeah,
Like
divergent.
this person right here, by avoiding the questions.
What just happened? This fuck. This whole community just turned from bad to worse.
No, it's been bad. You got yourself involved smack dab in the middle of it. Right?
It just turned from bad to worse.
It does.
That was
People, Happy Annie said, you seem so genuine. I have so much respect for you because you are trying to respect people's feelings, even though you were only doing what you thought was right at the time. But if he was really trying to respect everybody, he would come out here and be held accountable and actually say the things that matter, answer the hard questions. Michelle says, I stand with Crusha, Kay, Larry, and all the victims. No victims or their families should be silenced. I agree. You came on wanting closure and resolution. We are here listening and supporting you. But you're not going to get it. Miss Woozy, talking to Salty, I was trying to tell you, I was trying to call him out because I thought he lied to you or lied to me, and I couldn't tell who it was. I was mad. I think he lied to everybody. I truly hope, said someone, people in the community at large recognize that we have something.
that was ridiculous.
We have reached a point where victims and survivors of crimes have been completely eclipsed for this drama and domino effect. Yeah. and they were silenced. Are you in your own twilight zone? Somebody. Salty said, I'm not a bully. He's not being honest with y'all. Damn.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hold on.
Okay, the question he highlighted says, it's hard for me to see it. Hold on. Joe, please just be honest. What is going on? Stop deflecting. You've done something horrible. Hold on. Let me get closer to the screen because I didn't see this one. Joe, please just be honest what's going on. Stop deflecting. You've done something horrible. That's what you're hiding. And you were squirming. Okay, that's the one I read a while back.
SuTube, tell me what I need to be honest about. What is going on?
Well, only you know the answer to that at this point in time. So why are you having other people tell you? Didn't go very well for him, and he got so much good free advice that he just didn't listen to. Exactly. Why? Why are you not listening? Really, Joe, I'm over him. He can't go right over to Lauren and Megan. He can go right over to Lauren and Megan. And I think that's what everybody's upset about, because like you're coming out here saying you're going to take accountability and don't take accountability for shit.
Like, for real. Like, what do I need to be honest about that you feel I'm not being honest about? And that's the same thing with Salty. That's a total same thing with Salty. Like,
Even the mods are saying, I'm at a loss, Joe. Carolina said in capital letters, this has nothing to do about taking sides. That's what Salty tried telling you. But see, it's easier for him to say that it does have to do with taking sides. It's easier for him to present it that way. So he's going to. Somebody said, hang in there. I'm a nobody, but I support you. I'm at a loss, Joe. Salty, prove it. Miss Woozy, don't take the blame for this. You deserve so much more than creepy crawlers.
I said, what am I not being honest about? And she like dived out. She's done. Which is probably for the best, but I still need to know.
He knows. A song. She knows. She knows. She knows. He knows. He knows. He knows.
No,
Yep.
Do you think Crystal Trickle? No, it's not about the picture.
It's not about the picture. Somebody said move forward and cover crime stories. Everyone taking sides as bad as how this whole thing started. Everyone needs to let it go and move on. Lauren has caused division. Miss Woozy said to Salty, I didn't know that you guys had talked about it this morning. So I made that comment, and now I feel like I made things way worse. Salty said, prove what? That he isn't being honest?
We've gone on past that now. We're past the picture now. I think. I hope. But
Somebody said nobody's doing that but you, Joe. What happened after? He didn't answer anybody's questions. Why? Because it's easier for him. He doesn't have to take accountability. He doesn't have to worry about hurting his little ego. Integrity, accountability, morals. None. He has none.
Psychosaurus Rex, thank you so much. Thank you.
Psychosaurus Rex says here, I don't know which one he's reading. People are paranoid bullies, overly involved in the internet nonsense. It's like reality TV for the drama and sense of importance. You're a good man, Joe. I say just move forward with your cases at this point. And honestly, that's what would be best for him. But he hurt Kresha. He hurt families. And he needs to take accountability. If he's not going to do it, then yeah, move on with your fucking channel like Lauren did.
So much. That's all I'm going to say. Because I don't want to inject other people in this?
Michelle asked, have you spoken to Kresha? I wonder if he's going to answer that. Probably not.
Holy crap. What is going on? What in the what is going on? Like, what in the what? You are not.
Miss Woozy, again, I don't blame you for what happened at all. To be honest with you, I think that I would have done exactly what you did. If you're sitting there and you're asking, why are we moving closer? Why are we moving closer? And you see some fuck shit's about to go down in that moment, knowing that those are my friends, I would have said, look, I'm going to smoke like you did. Was Kresha in the live stream that night? No. Kelly, good to see you and nice to meet you. No, don't hurt any more families. Stay away from true crime. Just talk about the weather. The true crime butterfly. People need to stay away from these families, in my opinion. Stay away from the families of all the crimes. Don't hurt them. I agree with that statement. The sad thing is they're always going to be out here doing that. And I've heard talked about in the drama community specifically, can we come up with some kind of like how-to guide? Because again, I mean, referencing Sebastian Rogers in that case, like sometimes people come out here looking for help and they don't know who the bad people are and who the good people are. Is there a way that we could let people know? But would they listen? Would they believe us? Woodman spare that tree. Thank you for your comments on the videos lately. I've been trying to heart them. Said, I think Lauren was very disappointed she wasn't snapped up by CNN. I think she hated working on a local news station. Now she's making millions of dollars on hidden true crime and she loves being an internet star. Yep. And she's treating it like it's disgusting. I don't understand people looking at past horrible behavior and just moving on. That says you support this crazy shit. Yeah. She did pop in his chat. Oh, yeah, she did. She did. She came in the chat, but she didn't go up on the live. Hey, Steph. Kresha comes into the chat. Yes, she does. I apologize.
Honest. Okay.
It's a long conversation I could have, but it's not enough time left in the day.
So people
Right?
tell me that I shouldn't address like the people in chat that are just like trolls. Tell me what I'm not honest about, though. If
I'll
you're
drop
going
her
to
link.
troll, if you're going to drop a comment like that, tell me what I'm not honest about.
At this point, I don't know who knows the truth other than Salty. So, but why are you again? I don't like that. Why are you having people? Yeah, hold on. Why are you telling other people that they have to tell you what you're not being honest about? You know what you're not being honest about more than anybody. So why the fuck aren't you just being honest, taking accountability, and answering the hard questions? This is the link to Kresha's channel. This is the person that Joe hurt. I'm going to drop her link. Please make sure you subscribe. I was watching her live from yesterday, I do believe it was. She's got some really good information out there. And I'm glad she made her own channel to talk about things she wanted
Because
to talk
that's what
about.
I'm trying to be, is honest. I'm trying to address this whole situation, which I inserted myself into, and I have admitted that. What am I not being honest about?
You're not answering the hard questions. You came on here for accountability, yet take none.
Holy crap.
He's not being honest with himself. Why? If you fucked up, come out and say you fucked up. Take accountability. What, he's worried about his fucking channel, in my opinion. Salty said, another good question unanswered. People want to know if there was colluding, taking the picture, if you agree with the whole copyright thing on victims, and if you're buying their stalking claims. So that, I guess she's referencing that question. Again, people want to know if there was colluding, taking the picture, if you agree with the whole copyright thing on victims, and if you're buying the stalking claims.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous, people. Why do we have to be like this? Why do we have to be a fractured community that just takes a side and says, you're an idiot? No, you're an idiot.
As Thriller Reader pointed out, clicks, views, and money.
I hate you. No, I hate you. Like, why do I have to be like that? Like, I want to be like, I love you all. Even if I don't, even if you're imperfect, we are, we're all imperfect.
So no proof, Salty, and I will not watch your channel. Well then, bitch, don't. The fuck?
I'm imperfect. I am a flawed individual,
Is it
like
true?
severely flawed individual.
So take accountability. Or, like Salty said, do you, boo? Somebody said, is it true you all moved a couple of times in the bar to get closer to Christina?
I can
Somebody said, here's my perspective. You appear to be afraid of Lord.
still say I love you, like platonically, of course.
Right there. I'm at a loss for words, Joe. You're missing a lot of questions, Joe. Joe, you are avoiding. Stop.
And vice versa. But no, we're going to all get fractured. We're going to say, I hate you. I hang up on you. Like, I,
Rubber said you are avoiding all the legitimate questions. Ahmad said, I was in court every day with Joe, and he was not even friends with Lauren. Acquaintances, maybe.
I can't support you. I'll leave you. Like, why do we have to be that way?
He's making it about everything it's not. Please don't be offended, but Lauren from Hidden True Crime used you as a pawn and a useful idiot in order to get an outcome she wanted with zero regard for how it impacted you or the victims of family, it's in my opinion. But the fact that him as a grown-ass man made it this far in life, he had to know what was going on. You could not convince me to do what he did. Another put stars in front so he would notice. How much knowledge did you have of the supposed stalking issue?
Hold on. Justine, what is this?
Sleuthy went over Salty's the other day. Salty was up on panel. Or is this before that he went on Salty's channel? Wait a minute. He goes up on Salty's channel after this, I believe, in case you didn't know. Yes, I've got that live stream. I don't think we'll get to it today, but I do have that live stream. It's about the picture. How can you move closer to someone? Write a court affidavit when you know you move closer. That's true. And it's also about hurting the victims' families. Stop, like True Crime Butterfly. It's not about taking sides. Stop hurting victims' families. They were silenced and struck and all of the things after they got done using them.
It's about considering the source of why this happened so it doesn't happen again. I don't think we can stop it from happening again. I don't.
I agree with him on that, but you can make it stop. We can make it stop as creators, but there will always be creators that use victims, unfortunately. Texas said, does Lauren have something on you? Can she dox you too? What would Joe say or do to make Salty have respect for him again? How do I join the Filipino Food Club?
Yeah.
I hope
This
he's
is
not.
crazy.
Hey, tell your cat. First, and Joe had his own live the next day.
All right.
Okay.
I'm not okay. Creative minds, do you feel like I'm aligned with Lauren?
This question says Lauren has called the division and can't be trusted. Therefore, it will be difficult for people to trust those who align with Lauren, in my opinion.
Because I'm definitely not. Okay. Like, that may be the most relevant question of the night.
That's what he's got highlighted. One in chat says, has Lauren been in contact with you since your appearance on Queen Bees? Mod said, but he saw the situation where there was a stalker reported. Wasn't his job to decide whether that was valid. the order had been issued, so he took a picture. Joe didn't know details. But why are you taking pictures and you don't know details? I mean, again, that's not the basis of all of the what's wrong here, but you don't know the details of the situation, so you take a picture, present it as a lie, knowing that it's a lie. That's a fucking problem. Somebody else said, "Do you know what you will be doing next? What channel did you go on? And is it worth watching?" Salty said, "Because he knows, trying to make things look like trying to make me look like the aggressive one."
Let's talk about this, creative minds. It will be difficult for people to trust those who align with Lauren. Do you feel like I have aligned with Lauren? I took a picture for her and I wrote an affidavit for her, and I went online to talk about those. I went on creators panels to talk about those.
Okay, quickly. Miss Woozy said, "I'm still 12 minutes behind." But yeah, he had a few friends in his corner, me included. And instead of honoring that, he took a shot all over those friendships. That's what it boils down to. Can anybody clear up for me why Crusher is upset with Joe? I watched all of them and have for a long time, but am confused. From what I understand, he basically used her for her stories and was on panels with her and seemed to be a friend to her. But then when it was not convenient to be her friend anymore, when Lauren was running around striking everybody, he didn't stand up for Crusher, and he's not standing up for her now. Hello, good to see you. I was surprised everyone didn't see that Lauren Matthais was a grifter. I saw that first thing. Some people have the gift to be able to see things, others can't. I've never watched her really. He's a weak man. He wanted to please Lauren in the moment, and he had the hots for Grayson, in my opinion. Yeah, talking about giving her fucking tequila shots. Why are you giving a 24-year-old fucking shots of tequila? Why are you buying her shots of tequila? People used to buy me shots of tequila, and now that I'm an adult, I know why they were buying me shots of tequila, and it wasn't for any good reason when I was very young. This question says, Joe Schmoe, what is it that you think you have done wrong? You are just being honest. True crime butterfly, but still no answers to those good questions. Why not? Somebody else, are you going to have the same relationship with Laura moving forward? Next person, question, did you all move 3 times to get the photo? Well, I'm going to take my invisible fanny out of here, said Jones. Would you consider talking to Crescia? You are aggressive, Salty, own it.
Does
I would
that
be aggressive
mean
too. I hate
does that
people
mean that
comment.
I'm aligned with her and that I can't be trusted? That's like a really good question.
So what's the
That
answer?
is a really good question. Does me doing that in the moment based on the knowledge that I had, and then doing that in that moment based on the knowledge that I had, does that make me aligned with her and make me not able to be trusted?
So answer the question instead of repeating it over and over. Miss Woozy said, can you please explain why I made the collab comment, please? Rachel, people seem to be forgetting that the victims' families should be the most important and that they have been used and betrayed by hidden true crime. And apparently this has been going on for years. That isn't right. Hey, Joe, I didn't think you did anything wrong by taking the picture. I think people just want you to acknowledge that the court documents and audios don't align with Lauren's claims. Can you finish the story from earlier of what happened before the lady called him mad? People want you to go after Lauren, it sounds like. Do it. No, you're not. I think Lauren has skeletons that will creep their way out in the next 6 to 12 months. Only time I watched the show start to finish was when they interviewed the Stearns. Yeah, I'm not taking bullshit from someone who isn't aggressive. She is direct, and there's a difference. I agree. I went to jail the last time I drank tequila.
That's a
Lord.
really, really good comment. Creative minds. Thank you for that comment.
So we're just nothing? The silence here is deafening. Great question. Great comment. What's the fucking answer? Seems like Joe is sticking close to Lauren's network and helping his channel. He should have listened to his first instincts when he didn't like her at Delphi and she struck his channel. He never answers any, said Hawkeye. Lord, the silence is deafening. Spinster, I love you dearly, sweetheart, but Salty didn't owe you an apology in that live. I hope you understand that. You haven't answered
Wow,
anything.
it's really quiet in here.
Because you're not answering the fucking questions, dumbass.
There are 200 people watching and there are 0 people commenting or asking questions, and I understand it.
Wow. Okay, y'all heard me read all them questions that were put in chat just now, and he just said there's 0 people commenting and asking questions. Y'all just heard the list of questions that I just read from the comments. Victims' families have been used for money forever. Years ago to sell papers, now for clicks. Yep. Joe creeps me out. I'm sorry. I get the feeling he enjoys creating drama and playing people against each other. He acts condescending and no actual apology. I agree. And is that why he has no problem with what Lauren did? Because it seems to me at this point he has no problem with what she did and no problem with what he did to Kresha because he never apologizes. I was screaming at my computer screen.
I understand it.
Salty said, no, you're doubling down on why you took the picture. I hope to God we get back to talking about victim advocacy and learning how to better protect people.
Yeah.
The acting dumb is what's annoying us, said somebody. You don't have anything to be sorry for, Joe. Stop letting them make you feel like you did something wrong, said a mod. Miss Woozy said, Joe, please explain why I made the collab comment. We talked about this for like 2 hours, please, in capital letters. That's another big issue here. He talked to these people behind the scenes and then it's going to come on his live and act completely different. Common sense isn't his strong suit from what I'm gathering. He's trying to ride the fence and not speak the truth to not piss anyone off, but it was way too late. Should have just been truthful and not done the live at all. If he was going to keep that mask on or try to, yeah, he didn't answer any of the questions or stand up for what's right. And that's why everybody's so mad. He was told what not to say by someone, just my opinion. Yeah, someone with the initials LM. This guy has a channel because he comes across extremely slow.
Bed of
I'd heard of
Roses
him.
67, that is a perfectly fair criticism. The acting dumb is what annoyed us.
I just asked because he said to ask questions. No answer is an answer too. I'm not that invested either. Just be care of who is your quote friend. Okay, now I feel gaslit. Joe, do you feel Lauren used you? Joe, do you think Santa is going to bring you gold this year over all of this? Divergent said, I'm asking because I keep seeing it. People have been saying you moved 3 times to take the picture. Is that true? Imagine Lauren was really in danger and that's why she had the RO. He didn't know the details. He did what he thought was right in the moment, what I would hope anyone would do in the moment. I'm not moving closer to take a picture and present it as something that it's not. That is not something that people with integrity would normally do. Joe, you seem afraid to make an enemy of Hidden True Crime and Doctor Strange, and that may be wise. Salty said, remember our conversation about how this isn't about any of you, quote, players, unquote.
Yeah, I understand that.
Lord Spinster.
And I did it because I didn't want to be doxxed, but I have no choice now.
SueTube is pissed off at this point and said, what a crock of shit. Honest, no, what happened after? Kresha, you here?
So
Can we
what
fucking move?
I did.
Whoa, no. Somebody, Kresha, you here? Can we fucking move on, Kresha? Excuse the fuck out of me. Why are we aggressive at Kresha for no fucking apparent reason? What do you mean, can we move on, Kresha? What? Can we move on from the photo and talk about what's important? Can Joe move on? What? How fucking dare you? I'm gonna lose subs too over this, I think, because I disagree.
In that moment on that channel is different than what I would do in that moment on that channel now. Because
Joe,
I've already been doxxed, so you can't undo that.
and that's why you came out to make this fake fucking apologetic bullshit. Joe, did Lauren use the Vallow family? They all did.
But it's a really, really fair statement, and I appreciate that. All right.
Do you still have the picture?
This is
What is needed for the community to move on? Wow, you seem to be a bad person. Super Chat says, are you afraid of Lauren?
Texas Ranger. What? That is one of the most ridiculous questions ever in the history of questions. And I will answer it. Fuck no.
Okay, Salty Sleuth said, address Megan, Web Sleuth, Hidden True Crime, trying to silence Kresha and Kay, and you still remain silent. Kresha just came in and said, thank you for trying. Sending love to Joe and everyone else affected by Lauren's hurtful manipulations, in my opinion, at Salty Sleuth.
Like, I'm going to drop the F-bomb. Fuck no, that's stupid. Nope.
Oh, God. Give us the warning that you're dropping the F-bomb. Somebody said, I'm still behind, but now the community is bad according to you? So YouTube said, oh my God. I don't blame you for not answering some of the questions, but people just want to know if you still support Lauren. There are a lot of people who are coming forward now. She can't hurt them anymore.
But what if it were the other way around?
The other way around. I don't know what that means. Oh, well, you were looking for subs when you found the one you got. Now you'll be all right. Yeah. Yep. Some of the people I see in that chat, I'm just like, no, you're not seeing it for what it is. A couple of people, and I'm like, I hope that I don't upset them, but if I do, it is what it is. He seems overly invested in Laura Matthais, just my opinion. I agree. That really pissed me off talking to Kresha like that. It pissed me off too. Pissed me off. That's bullshit. Lauren runs her nose up right in the middle of these people's business, goes and gets involved in the case, and now she's going to be mad. What the fuck? Yep. Way Kresha was treated and shunned when she's a homicide survivor was beyond disgusting.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Yep. Flip-flops was actually... Hold on. There was a question. Why did you take the picture? I'm asking for a friend. LOL. Sorry, I'm just trying to be funny. Can we all just move on already? That's the real question. He's not answering any of the questions. As Gran said, he didn't answer anything.
Wow. We have, all right. I'm coming through the questions.
Wow, combing through the questions. Still not answering anything. Where did he go? Said Salty. Now they bully Joe. Incredible. Nobody's bullying Joe.
Oh my goodness, people. Like, I'm trying to address the questions.
By talking in circles? By not answering any questions? TC Keith said, Joe, I asked quite a few questions and they haven't been answered yet. Yeah, Joe expressed who he really is at the end.
Santi is a rage baiter. I've heard about them, but never experienced one until now.
Michelle,
Jesus.
it's because you seem off and not forthcoming.
So he goes back to the comment he already highlighted, making sure to skip over all the questions and all the comments that had came before that, because he highlighted that quite a while ago and then came back to it just now. Kalisa had said, I can't respect someone like that. He constantly flip-flops, was actively involved in stalking Christina, and refuses to stand behind anything he has said or done in the past. Why can't you just admit what you've done? It is exhausting. Somebody said in a different live that we were could you imagine being married to him? Like, Jesus, hell to the
I
motherfucking no.
think I've tried to be forthcoming tonight,
By not saying anything?
but I also have to be like careful about how I answer questions because they can be misconstrued. Like, but I'm going to be. I was really fucking honest tonight. Like,
You fuck it. What has he been fucking honest about? Honestly, not answering any of the fucking questions? You ain't been honest about a fucking thing. And what do you mean? You got to be careful because the questions can be misconstrued. The answers, whatever. If you answer the question honestly and explain it in its full entirety, and you're not lying, then that cannot be misconstrued. The truth is the truth. Today and tomorrow. Him saying that people were asking 0 questions is wild. As soon as he said that, I was like, okay, I'm done defending him. I tried. And I feel bad for everybody that tried to defend him because he fucked this whole thing up. And he's not telling what happened after CrimeCon. See, that was something for me. I ended up actually messaging somebody that was in here. I don't know if they're still in here. And I was like, when the first time I watched this live stream, I was like, what happened after CrimeCon? I need to know what happened after CrimeCon. Abraham said, but you've answered none. What happened after CrimeCon is when Kresha was used and abused.
I was really fucking honest tonight.
As far as I know.
On this live stream.
Somebody pointed out, now we are trolls. What was the point of this live? SuTube said, but no, we asked what he was hiding. Another person said, only Kresha can fix Kresha and so on. You do the best you can do, and Kresha has to work on Kresha. Lauren gets to work on Lauren, etc. You didn't ask to be put in this situation. I disagree strongly because he put himself in this situation by doing something that he knew was a lie, and then afterwards using the victims of a family. Did you just become friends with Kresha? You used Lauren to become friends with Kresha to use her for clicks and views. Why? You should never, no matter how much money you're making, ever let it be about clicks and fucking views. That's something that comes by proxy from putting in hard work and not fucking with the families.
And people that are saying, oh, there's stuff behind the scenes. You don't know all that's going on. No.
And if it was about taking accountability, it wouldn't matter if Megan and Lauren were mad at him. So what did they have on him? Eyes closed, you're lying. Right here. As soon as I heard Kay say she confronted Lauren in June, I was done with Lauren and hidden true crime. Then Lauren muffled Kresha and Kay. No. Somebody else said Lauren has created a firestorm and burned down many good people in the process. Joe, hold on. Oh, crap.
Lynn Jen, thank you so much. I'm not saying I did anything wrong. I'm just saying
Joe
there
being
are
one of
things
them.
that I have
had
to address, and
you've not addressed any of it. Difficult research, Kresha. It's heart-wrenching seeing all the pain caused by people who use other people as pawns. Like Salty and so many others, I'll help you see this thing through. Still trying to support him even after she knows that he used her. She's still trying to support him and help him see these things through. Like Salty and so many others, I'll help you see this thing through. And everybody's in the chat calling Salty a fucking bully. And he knows that, and he just lets him fucking run with it while not answering any of the fucking questions or taking any accountability. Good job, Joe. Miss Lucy said, I hate all of
I feel
this
like
so
I
much.
did. So can we be done with it? Like, can we fucking move on? Can we? Like,
No,
Okay.
the truth will set you free.
Not if Krish is hurt, not if Kay's hurt. Out of
Joe's mask slipped there at the end.
all this, no. Okay. I just answered my own question. Live stream. And people will probably take that and blow it out of proportion. Do what you're going to do. But if we stopped giving this oxygen, like, where would we end up?
It's too late for that now. Now it's time to take accountability. Airfla said, "This chat is why so many families never speak publicly. Hard to trust anyone when you see all this crap." Yep. Kresha is an amazing, kind, and caring person. She is. This said True Crime.
We stopped giving this oxygen, including Joe Schmoe. Stop giving Joe Schmoe oxygen. He's nobody.
Oh, so now you're the victim?
He's for crying out loud.
Yep. Beware of the fake friends. The aftershock of collateral damage from HTC keeps coming. It's so sad. He has said he's trying to fix it. See, we communicate. Somebody told him to apologize to Christina just a second ago. Sending your family so much love and support, Kresha. Aftershocks, perfect way to put it. Miss Woozy said muted. Thank God, muted. And then he's gone. Son of a nutbag is right, said Miss Woozy. Why is Salty a wrench in here? I don't think. Look, Spinster. God almighty. Like I said, I got so much love for you, but I don't know what to say after seeing. Gracious. He's a total loser. Nobody. He comes back. Yeah, she caught up. I think she was a little bit behind, but I think we're caught up now. I said thank God because he had left and I thought he rage quit right as Kresha entered the stream. See, there's another part of this with some of what Kresha says. I want y'all to keep in mind that he is not taking accountability, he hasn't apologized. He hasn't answered one question. Oh, that's a good fucking question while not answering any of it. Sue too, but all he had to do was be honest and try make it up to Kay and Kresha. And doesn't. Miss Woozy said, "Did somebody say messy man child? Oh wait, that was me earlier today. Love you, Joe." Psychosaurus Rex, maybe let's address that first, shall we? Looking at how we treat other people for the sake of wanting to be involved in the drama. Like, my goodness, is it worth it?
So yeah, that was weird. That was odd. That happened. I think.
Okay, wait a minute. He's highlighted the comment. I gotta get close to my screen. Difficult. Kresha said, "Thank you for trying. Sending love to Joe and everyone else affected by Lauren's hurtful manipulations, in my opinion." And he's saying he's like, "Oh yeah, that was so horrible, so wrong. I suffered that too,
We
Kresha."
got it fixed.
I mean, even at that, let's talk about that comment for a second. The person who was hurt and manipulated by everybody still has compassion, and it's saying she hurt so many people. The person who was hurt the most, the family, the member of the family who was hurt the most, is still trying to show compassion and empathy, and he can't even apologize. This is Joe Schmoe. Joe Dirt. Yep, he is a messy man child. She didn't. Yes, True Crime Butterfly is right. Salty didn't want to have a wrench, and he gave her one. Salty told him to remove her wrench before the live stream. Really? Jesus. They didn't want the truth revealed. The church protects itself. This gets real deep when you start talking about the church and all of that and how it could all be connected. We could talk for a month and a half on that alone.
Kresha, thank you so much for coming on.
Is Joe related to Jod?
That's all I'm
Should
going to
have
say
sounded him
about
out.
that. And maybe I should say more at some point, but thank you, Kresha. I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate you coming on and supporting.
Widespread panic, Joe. I want to hug you platonically since I'm married, but bless your heart. Okay. See, Kresha, the one who was exploited, keep that in mind, by Joe, by everybody that was involved in this whole messy situation. The one who was exploited the most comes in and says, it's just been so hard watching you and Megan be exploited too. I don't. And he can't fucking apologize to her. Wow. Wow.
Gosh darn.
Gosh darn is right.
There's 200 people in
Nope.
here, which is probably the most ever in one of my chats. And so many supporters that I don't even know how to thank them all.
And then follows that up with because people care. Kresha followed that up with because people care.
But the whole reason I went live in the first place was to set the record straight. And I hope that I've done that. Have I done that? And if I haven't done that, please fucking tell me.
Excuse me, y'all, but
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
sorry. I had a moment. Fuck.
Oh, God, I just dropped the F-bomb again. Oh, shit.
Oh no. Miss Woozy said it's so hard not to go Super Ceylon on the draggers. Well, research, we love you.
Keith,
didn't
I
answer any
am not
questions.
touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Keith said people just want to make sure you know that Lauren exploited you. I guess that's what he's saying. Oh, no. TC Cooth. Joe, is Grayson a smash or pass? That's what he's not touching with a 10-foot pole. He saw that question, but none of the other valid questions. Miss Woozy, clutching my pearls. You messy man-child. I'm going to say that forever now. When a person's life is spinning out, they take down a lot of innocence around them. I cannot believe the collateral damage lately. We should all be coming together. Somebody rightfully told Keith to stop it. Somebody else said pass.
It's like totally inappropriate, dude. Like,
My question was, second super chat, same person, I do believe. My question was, are you afraid of Lauren? What did he set straight? That's why I said, what the fuck, goddamn. We aren't all supporters. Get over yourself, everyone. That's a fact, said True Crime Butterfly. Every time he mentioned how many people were watching, I cringed. Because that's what it's about for him. Don't you know? Kalisa said, I feel like our society, men are not expected to apologize nearly as much as women. And when they do something unkind, we are expected to overlook it for the most part. Pat him on the head and say, bless your little heart. I'm not.
totally inappropriate. Not touching that.
They responded, hey, you said ask a
Yes,
question.
thank you.
You'll grab
Sutu.
that
Yep,
one, but none
we
of
do.
the others.
We do. Crash a freaking, like, I feel like we got to be something like friends, like over the whole April, May, June trials thing. And Kresha, if I hurt you, I am so fucking sorry.
Look at him while he says that.
Yep,
Watch.
we do. We
Damn, I wish
do
I could make it bigger.
crash
Yeah.
a
Watch his
freaking
face.
like I
Don't you
feel
know?
like we got to be something like friends, like over the whole
Watch his
April,
face.
May, June trials thing. And Kresha, if I hurt you, I am so fucking sorry.
And
Out
then
of all,
you close your eyes. You're not fucking sorry in the slightest. In the slightest. As a survivor myself, I'm discouraged seeing this community of truly caring people be invaded by evil money grubbers. Thankful for those who have good intentions. Amen. Maybe he's AI. uh, like the first version of AI before we got like where they were supposed to be smarter than us, right?
this. I'll say that.
But he would use that excuse. He would run with it like he's about to do. If I hurt you, pointed out in teak cop. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, if I hurt you, if I didn't even think about that in that moment. He knows damn well he hurt her. If I hurt you. Rachel said isn't sorry. He's worried about his image and the views and all of that.
100 times.
Hey.
Somebody told me today that if you say sorry too many times, then it gets annoying. Then I'm going to get annoying with it. I'm going to get annoying with it.
People are responding to the super chat that he's not and saying, I'd be afraid of her if she came after me with makeup. Somebody else said, I wanted to know that too. Difficult research said, hold on, let me let it. Okay. I came in late and only heard a short snippet of Salty trying to jog your cognitive dissonance thing. I felt completely duped too because I believed it at first until going back with critical thinking.
Oh.
You're a laid back man, cool as a cucumber, but he's not.
Oh my goodness. Is this not nuts? Like, is this not nuts? Okay, y'all. I'm gonna have to wrap it up because if I go too long,
I might actually answer questions. Miss Woozy said, don't worry, guys. Joe knows why I keep calling him a messy man child. We had a good laugh about it earlier. When I'm mad, I say things, as you should be. Somebody wrote, still have a question for you, please. Yeah, apologizing once sincerely is all people need.
yes,
That's all he's worried
yes,
about when he
writer
talks on the
Alexander,
phone.
please ask me a question. Please, for the love of God.
Salty said, yeah, I'm not the bad guy here. Where's the love that people speak about? Said another mod. Please don't be offended, but Lauren, Hidden True Crime used you as a pawn, a useful idiot, in order to get what she wanted with zero regard for how it impacted you or the victims' families. Crescia said, true story. Consider Charles Vallow comforting Lori Vallow about her belief system that was causing harm. Crescia, you and your family deserve nothing but respect. Somebody else said, never answered my question. I just gave pushback, said Salty. There have been many, many questions. Even a super chat. Why won't he answer if he's afraid of Lauren?
Oh, for crying out.
I love Salty too. I get her feelings are hurt. Lauren has oozed her poison out everywhere. Wow, so Lauren is a cult leader. People find it hard to leave her. You have said your piece, now move on. There's crime out there to report on. Hi. Good to see you. Semi Sharp. Oh, I feel like I'm not doing the best job, but thank you, House of Frio. I'm glad you're here. I don't know why he bothered hiding this live. He had to know people were recording it. You would think. You said your piece. Okay, hold on. Joe, it's your channel. You can say what you want and lead the conversation where you want it to go, but he's not. I wish I could reach through the screen and hug you. For what? Joe, read Crush's comment and really think about it, said Rachel. You gonna tell us what happened after? Asked SuTube. Ada K Media. Love you too. And Yort, y'all? I don't know what she meant to say. I hope she doesn't hate me for
Holy
causing
cow.
strife.
Like, there's the Joe.
Difficult. Crusha said someone seriously needs to get Lauren help. It's concerning and scary, if I'm being honest. She may have hurt me and us, but I still care. God almighty Jesus, the compassion she has for everybody around her after what everybody did. My God. Oh, well, thank you, Simi Sharp. I appreciate that. Bella's boys, good to see you. I was so right.
Do you feel used by Lauren? Okay. So hold on. We got to address Phil's question here.
Because that was an easy one. I guarantee you still don't address it. Joe, she isn't going to sue you or file an RO. Don't be afraid to speak. Do not obey in advance. When you do that, evil wins. Please, Joe, you are respected. That's the rub here. I'd be wary of hidden true crime, homie. She'll come for you. That's a great question.
Used, manipulated, whatever is a fair question for me in that situation at CrimeCon. That's a very fair question.
Are you answering that because you can be the victim and say that you felt manipulated, used, and all of the things and play the victim? I mean, normal people with morals would say, "I'm not moving closer to somebody to take a picture. I'll take a picture as it and present it as what it was." And to be honest with you, if she was there, I would think that you could still get a picture because it would seem like she would be within 500 feet of Lauren. So why not just take the picture and present it as it was? I don't know. But again, it's not about that specifically. It's about what she did, what he did afterwards. House of Prio says she did Gigi so wrong. Gigi taking the high road. Who's classiest? Right. All of these people, all of the victims of Lauren and everybody else are taking the high road. But Lauren is still making all the money and all of the things. It's sick. It's sick to see how this world works. Can't stay long. Streamer is mod for goes on that 4-ish at 4-ish. But I'll totally check y'all out again. Well, thank you, Semi Sharp. Oh, he was going for that 9-hour pity stream vibe, but he failed miserably. You know, I didn't even think about that. He definitely failed at this. People tell you who they are, you have to listen. I watched Lauren for maybe 10 minutes when she told Ahmed that he wouldn't think she was sweet if he knew her outside of YouTube. All I needed to know. You were more Bella's boys, you were more discerning than I was. I liked her, thought her Heather Daybell interview was amazing, but always thought Dr. John was a boring old windbag. Interesting.
Nobody asked me to go take a picture of the quote unquote stalker. Nobody did. I did it of my own free will and volition. I said that earlier and I'll say it again. What I saw was other people said to me, Grayson and Lauren said, that's our stalker. And she's right there within so many feet. And they were taking a picture of her across the table.
And so you felt compelled to move closer and take a photo because it was Lauren motherfucking Matthais? Because you wanted to be friends with her? Because you wanted to gain subs and money and clicks and views off of her? Salty said a fair question. We know. You probably need to choose the light side. Crusha being on that side, said someone. Someone else said, are you afraid of her? Someone else said, Miss Woozy, Salty is a bigger person than that. I feel everyone is just butthurt right now. Joe, don't get caught in the middle.
And me being the
Oh, I saw this. Crusha, Joe has apologized to you and Kay and Larry at the beginning of this sincere and heartfelt.
the tool guy, manly, like, that's not how you take a picture of a stalker. I'm gonna go take a proper picture of a stalker, and I did. And then I wrote an affidavit about it. And I own up to that 100%. I'm here to say I own up to it.
No, you tried to be Switzerland. Did you ever consider telling her, let's get out of here? Good question. How many times did you move towards them to get close to the victim? Rubber said you said y'all moved closer 3 times. True Crime said difficult research. I'm sorry you've been hurt by this all. I will always support you and your family. Our stalker, even though Christina was never convicted of stalking
Don't
because
know
you were
what that
helping a
means.
friend. Joe, are you single? God almighty. If you're looking at him, you need to get out more.
This is a good question, and I'm glad I'm still alive so I can talk about it.
Salty's pissed at this point. You said he owns up to 100% of everything we already knew he did. Imagine that. The people taking up for Joe in that lab against Crustra is beyond me. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. Reach out and touch grass, right? Why wasn't Lauren afraid for her safety then? Good question. I'm going to take a picture, which makes me think he moved to take the picture. Yep. Salty's mad said, when I told you in capital letters, Crescia and Kay were silenced, you did nothing and you act confused.
Here we go. So,
how many times did you move toward them to get close to the victims? He highlighted that. Were you drunk at
we
the
were
time? Be
up
honest.
in another bar area. So this is a convention center. There's a bar and a restaurant, and then another bar and a restaurant, and then another bar and a restaurant, and another.
So Salty said, conflicted even. Stop it. Crescia said, I feel like Lauren used you and Megan to help her frame Zatina. So many of us think so. I was present through the whole thing and believed her because I didn't process what was being said. I was wrong for believing. Ada sent him a super chat and said, just because I can, Ada K. Lauren did things that were wrong, but does it make every friendship fake? Has Lauren said even one word to defend you or take ownership of telling you a lie in 12 hours of
Bar and a
cyberbullying?
restaurant, another bar and a restaurant, another bar and a restaurant. So
Said law nerd.
the one that's in the middle is the one that's open the latest, as far as I remember.
Good to see. I'm not Crusha.
Me moving to that spot where that picture was taken was me. Like at some point.
Salty. I mean, Spencer, why are you so after Salty? What has totally pissed me off is Lauren has been stomping all over the hearts of the family. If you want my honest opinion, I think the church is involved too. Just my opinion. Agree. Everybody's agreeing with Crusha. I just wanted you. Thank you for being here. Whoa. Okay, so you are who she's talking about, I guess. See, I don't know this story like y'all do. Are you the person she was talking about? I feel like Lauren used you and Megan to get help from Zatina. So many of us think so. I was present through the whole thing and believed her because I didn't process what was being said. I was wrong for believing. It's nice to meet you. I won't be at Salty's tonight. If you know, you know. I'll rewatch.
Open the latest, as far as I remember. Me moving to that spot where that picture was taken was me. like at some point. So at some point, I'm hanging out with Lauren and Grayson and Megan and Trisha from Web Sleuths. Maybe she's like, she went to bed early. But also Ms. Woozy, I'm going to call you out, Ms. Woozy.
The fuck? He gave Lauren Matthais evidence. An ex parte temporary restraining order means the judge only heard Lauren Matthais' version. The hearing would have shown everything. That's why Lauren Matthais dropped it. Because she knew she was going to lose. Probably. She was probably glad Law and Crime was there so she could try to run them under the mud and let them be her excuse and make it look like something it wasn't. She knew she was going to lose, but Law and Crime was there, so it made it easy to be like, "Oh my god, I'm such a victim." If they're mad at Salty, then they can be mad at most of us because Salty said what we all wanted to say. That's where I'm at with it. Hey Michelle, good to see you. Hanging out with the mean girls. Got it. Yep. I thought Crusho was in the chat. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think she's here. I'm reading the comments on Joe Schmoe's live. Zatine. Someone tried to hack my own Facebook account over this stuff. It's already hacked, so no biggie. But I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the hell?
Because you were there too, but you were going to take care of other business while all.
Yeah, I mean, again, pulling on somebody else that he can throw under the bus to try to keep from taking accountability. Kresha said, have you had a chance to go back and review her 9-hour live stream? Salty said, I agree, Kresha. I told him. Another question, what about the lunch times you held the seats in the courtroom during the Bordeaux trial? What about going on web sleuths to defend hidden true crime? Do you feel taken advantage of? Miss Lucy put in capital letters, I was smoking pot.
This was going down inside. And when
I don't mean to keep pausing it, but again, he's going to try to throw her under the bus, which I would have done the same thing. If I see you doing some fuck shit, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go outside, and if I'd smoke a cigarette. If I was smoking pot, I'd have smoked some pot too.
I sat down at that table where the picture was taken, I was by myself, except for the other
It's bullshit.
people that were getting up and leaving. Like nobody coerced me, nobody asked me to go sit down at that table. I sat down at that table because it was near the bar and because other people were leaving it. Holy cow. So people will misconstrue that. You can misconstrue that all you want. I'm telling you, that's what.
Miss Woozy said, just say it like it is. You don't need to censor what I was doing. Every herb and practicing my Japanese. Enjoying herb and practicing my Japanese.
What happens in that environment at that time. Like if you don't want to be sitting down 150 feet away from the bar, if you want to be closer to it, you go stand near somewhere near the bar and somebody gets up and leaves and you sit down and take their spot. Like I was literally.
Just say it like it is. You don't. Oh, sorry. They say the stalker was moving towards them, but that was not the case, was it? Somebody said it. That's a non-answer.
Picking up dirty glasses and stacking them up. Boom, boom. For the waiter to come pick them up because they were gone. And then I was there.
Somebody said Lauren claims Christina kept getting closer to them. True or false? Has Joe publicly apologized? Lauren needs help. Now Grayson needs help because Lauren has brainwashed her. And the list goes on. She has created a shitstorm, and I'm not sure if she cares. It seems nobody
and
cares.
I didn't even have a drink at that point in time.
Okay. Sometimes it takes time to understand and admit when we are manipulated. From the outside looking in, you are absolutely manipulated by Lauren. She's really good. I can't fall for the being manipulated as a grown ass adult, though. I just can't. Maybe I'm a bitch. I'll take that. Crusha said, aren't you glad that you were smoking pot, Miss Woozy? I'd rather be smoking pot than be complicit in a conspiracy to commit a crime and not know I was used as a pawn.
So, You said y'all
He highlighted Rubber Ramada's comment and said, "You said y'all moved closer 3 times."
moved closer 3 times. I did personally. I wasn't asked to at any point in time move closer to the bar. No point in time.
Well, if that's true, then like Betsy Sue said, he went to that table to take a pic, but how did the group get to the table close to Christina for him to take the pic? That's the table in question, not the one he went to take the pic. Percy, good to see you. Salty and Miss Woozy told him off. That Duolingo is good. My kids use it for homeschool, and they'll be doing it, and I'm like, I can't understand nothing y'all are saying. One of them wanted to learn Russian. She's learning Russian. It's pretty cool. I made a conscious choice to make myself scarce, all joking aside. I didn't want anything to do with it. Right. Exactly. And that's what I would have done. I would have said, and that's part of like for me, if you're my friend, if I'm hanging out with people who are really my friend, I'm going to not actively participate in something I know is a lie. I'm gonna say, "Y'all on some fuck shit. I'm rolling the fuck out." Like, that's the best I got. If you're not my friend, I'm gonna tell you you're doing some fuck shit. But at the very least, I'm gonna exit the situation. But he jumped right in. Why? Starstruck? Manipulated. It ain't nothing to do with manipulated. True Crime said he's a grown ass baby Huey. He should have known better. True crime and all. Exactly. That's worse. If he did it all on his own, says a lot about his intentions. Yep. Why? He seems full of shit. Yep. Kept saying, this is all coincidence. It just happened that way, and he's full of shit. He wanted to be part of the popular girls crowd because he's a dork. Exactly.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Clicks, views, and money, baby. That's what it was about. That is my speculation.
When I took the picture, it was
That's the picture.
organic.
To get close to Kresha was the end result, which is what he did, and then he used her and abused her and threw her away.
I believe it was organic, and it was based on where they said their stalker was and where they were seated, which was right next to me, and they were taking pictures that weren't effective. Holy cow. This is so much.
Yeah, you're saying nothing. What is that? I would love to know. Does anybody know what this code up here is? Is that for a Cash App or something? That would also tell me a lot. This right here. Let me find out. See? She targeted and bullied Christina. She knew how much money it would cost her on top of embarrassment and etc. Yep, so she backed right the fuck out when Law and Crowd came in. Dollar makes you holla. I'm sorry, but it's hard to believe he didn't know why he was taking the pictures. Yep. You didn't make it through like this far and not know why you took that picture, sir. I'm sorry. Sit all the fucking way down. In my opinion, Grayson is Lauren and John's newly adopted love child. She lives with them 24/7. That makes me upset for Grayson. She's old enough to realize she's being brainwashed. She needs to leave.
So come at me with more questions. Did I explain that enough, or do I need to explain it a little more?
You ain't explain shit. Somebody said, did I miss his apology to Christina, who is not a stalker, by the way? Salty said, can we talk about how a group of messy Facebook women used this family and then were silenced by this? Now, what she's talking about is it all started in a Facebook group. Lauren was in a Facebook group with the family where they were talking about everything. And then somebody, I can't remember which one, but they were talking about how they were going to go live on something. Lauren came in and was like, I did a live on this. I talked to this. I did this, and this. And then slowly started taking all of the people that this person was talking to, just trying to like be a bully and make sure nobody else got in contact with the family like she did. If he had taken 2 seconds to ask about the circumstances around the quote stalking unquote, he would have known it was cyberbullying issue and not what was otherwise being presented. I asked, as you should. I'm wondering if it's for that. because you sure made sure if that is a QR code for a Cash App or PayPal or something like that, you sure made sure to post that shit, didn't you? Like I don't people can put their Cash Apps and things up like they want to. It's just something I don't agree with personally. We're out here putting videos, voicing our opinions on YouTube. That's it. People want to support, they can, but like adding the Cash App and thing, I don't agree with that. And you made sure that was up here, but made sure not to answer not a dare one question. Precious said, how many here have moved away from believing Lauren's narrative? SuTube said,
You know what? That's
you are such a beautiful person and you remind me of my mom. Your brain is brilliant and you explain things in a way we can digest easily. Stay strong. We are here for you always.
okay. That's a really good point. Did I miss his apology to Christina, who is not a stalker, by the way? You did, because I haven't made
agree.
one.
So they missed your apology to Christina, who is not a stalker, by the way, because you haven't made an apology to this girl. Okay. Widespread panic sent him a super chat. I wish I could just buy you a coffee.
And the fact that this case has been dropped. Shit.
Salty Sleuth, yes, please. Question in capital letters. Do you think you will be sued by HTC? Somebody else, you need to go back and chat and answer questions. Didn't you move three times toward her?
All of my instincts say, don't address this, don't address this, don't address this, leave it.
The question said, oh, it's the same one. Did I miss the apology to Christina? She's not a stalker, by the way.
If she's not a stalker, and if I caused her harm, I do owe her an apology. Okay? That's got to be something that's sorted out in court. And yes, I did listen to the court audio, and that seems to be the possible case.
If she's not a stalker, then I apologize. You know she's not a stalker. Right here. If she's not a stalker.
Fuck.
Oh, I missed Kresha. Kresha said, thanks, SuTube. That's so heartwarming.
And why am I in the middle of it? Because I put myself there.
Not a stalker. The judge said so.
Okay.
Did you review the evidence?
I'm sorry, Christina.
Age of Nefarious.
I just said it. I just said it out loud. I just said it on my channel.
Difficult research. Kresha, I was worried she was being stalked, but found it was a big bullshit story to hide some truths coming out.
Yep. I did. I just said it. Fuck.
He's such a man-child. I'm sorry. Convenient timing on the TRO. Waited until right before she wasn't served and spent the money to attend CrimeCon. It was purposeful. She's not as diabolical as she thinks she is. Abraham said he can't be truthful admitting Lauren's true intentions. I'm sure it was being discussed and she needed a pick to seal the deal. Exactly. Proctor's phone telling everything. It's nice to meet you. Seems like the two folks over at Hidden True Crime need to look into themselves, figure out why she wants to rebuild her face. And he has weight issues. Didn't listen to the court audio. I think he did too. It's an easy excuse. Kresha said, let's step away from CrimeCon. What about Lauren's narrative are you aware of? And we will go from there. Hold on a minute.
Sick.
Shit. Hold on. Dang it.
I just said it on my channel.
You believe them? It's okay. That's the one I just read.
I just said it. Fuck.
Sweet Joe, why is that so hard? I don't know Christina or Lauren personally, but Christina is not a stalker, and Lauren called her that 408 times. That is harassment. Salty Sleuth said, to be clear, I took this up privately. The version here is different. I can't believe this. He knows exactly why I'm upset, but I'm the mean girl. Okay, boo.
Sake. Fucking. This is stupid. Hold on. I gotta return a text.
Wonder who texted him in that moment. My money's on Lauren Matthais or somebody close to her. We don't do drama. You're being very dramatic now, Salty. Whatever. Christina's not a stalker. Lauren's given out. Lori's book is awful. I agree, Kresha. There's so much beyond Crime Con. Salty said, stupid, with a question mark. I texted you a bunch, Joe, because you disappeared. Rubber said, why is it stupid? You were...
Yeah, this is nuts. This is nuts.
Joe has been thrust in the middle of Lauren's bullshit through no fault of his own. Boy, people are gullible. Are you afraid of Lauren again? Not your fault, Lauren's fault. I had texted him right around that time. I was telling him to just answer the questions. Oh, so maybe it was you. And he ignored you.
Yeah. Pammy, I appreciate you so much, but it is my own fault. I inserted myself in the middle of this. And so
Yeah.
I deserve whatever I get.
They're all discussing it behind the scenes and running with
do.
their own narrative. All right. Kresha said, it was an all-out modus operandi for Lauren to spin the narrative. All this to try and suppress text messages, trash-talking victims. I can't believe how far she has gone and how many lives she has destroyed.
I did, and I do. No, so I wasn't there. Let's show that. Hold on, let me come up. I wasn't there, wrong place and wrong time. I was told a narrative about the people that were there, and I reacted to that, and I took a picture about that to document it. That's not being
Like Hannah said, can anyone loan me a tiny violin? My cat broke mine. Anything to be the victim here.
in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that is inserting myself in the situation.
Yeah, for what? Money, clicks, and views in the end, is my opinion. Miss Woozy said you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, but you can wipe it off the counter, throw it in the trash, and get some fresh toothpaste. You know what I'm talking about, Joe? I'll say it again. You do not know anyone anything. You do not owe anyone anything, Joe. You said your piece. People can choose to accept it or not, but either way, that's on them, not you. Let's go back to the important cases. Salty said, Kresha, I tried. God knows I tried.
I did. I readily admit it.
Do you know why Megan is in denial about Lauren?
Oh,
Kresha said members unaware of the church's harmful practices stay loyal until truth starts seeping through. This is similar.
there are people are gonna take this video and they're gonna freaking run with it. And I can tell you who those people are.
If you actually answered the questions in a meaningful way, instead of playing the victim, then they wouldn't have anything to run with because you would have told the truth. I'm amazed at how many creators have stated that they will still support her. My unsubscribe button has been busy lately, right? She sure did, said True Crime Butterfly. That was referencing part of the 2-hour phone call where I told him that he's allowed to change his opinion and admit he was wrong. Were you unaware of the stalker prior to
Oh.
taking the photo?
Yeah, I won't tell you who those people are.
The people who fell for Lori's bullshit probably felt bad also. She's convincing she manipulated a lot of
Oh, for
people, no
crying out
different with
loud.
HTC. Miss Woozy, oh, we told you, Joe, but you're here now, and that's what's important. You are trying, and I respect that. A moderator said, Crescia, no one should have to go through the bullshit you and your family have gone through. Karma's a bitch. Crescia, you're an
Like,
angel.
I still want to answer questions. Like, I still want people to come at me with, like, hold on.
Never answering any questions.
We're at 200 and that's funny. Phil, that is fucking funny. I'm gonna
Joe gonna lose millions in sponsorship deals, said somebody. So he grabbed onto that like it was a fucking lifesaver.
lose millions in sponsorship deals.
You have missed many questions.
Oh my god, this isn't funny, and I'm
Oh, 249 of us supporting you through this. Why don't you ask us questions? Said Crescia. Salty come right behind. Crescia had a question, Joe. The victim's family. Looking at your fucking numbers. Damn.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Oh my God, I can't stand Megan either. Can we start with the fact that her name is Megan? Phonics matter. I might be saying it wrong, but yeah. I respected that at the time because I thought he was going to answer questions before the live was over, but then he didn't. Right. You're good.
not supposed to laugh. Like, I've been told, don't you laugh. Like, when you're talking about this, when you're addressing this, you got to stop laughing because that's a natural response of mine.
That's a dig at Salty.
Is to
Because
laugh.
her mod said it probably wouldn't be a good idea or something to laugh on their live stream. It was whatever it was. I can't remember exactly. She came up and explained it on the previous live where she came up where we were going to go over this and didn't. And she explained it way better than I can. It was said in innocence, trying to help him, trying to give him advice for when he did this live stream, not said as like, you can't do that. Yes, that is not what he was told, and we all know that exactly. Megan, pronounced Megan. Yeah. Ruthann, I'm gonna take a walk after this.
Like, in these really tense moments, I laugh to deal with it. That's what I do. And I've been told not to. But Phil, damn it, you just made me laugh in the middle of this. Shut.
I haven't heard that yet. I'll look into it and see what I can find. Salty said, don't laugh as if you were scolded. No, you were told by chats it was weird. Crescia said, we love you for who you are. I was told I'm jealous of Lauren, like comparing apples to oranges. Wow. And then Salty at the bottom said, gaslight much?
Do we have more questions? Crescia, I'm just going to say this to you, Crescia. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry if I caused you additional pain. I'm nobody in this. I'm nobody, but I thought we got to be quote unquote friends, friendly, whatever you want to call it.
It would be different, I think,
And
if
if
you
I
actually
caused
meant
you
it.
pain, I regret it. I deeply, deeply am sorry.
He keeps on saying if. You should know that you caused her pain. Hannah, you're good, sweetheart. Plus, she got that Stepford wide vibe going on. Yeah, yes, she does. But like a couple of people have said, could she be a plant for the LDS? I don't know. If I caused you, knowing damn well you did.
Sorry.
Oh, quickly, the fact that you're being big enough to admit where you effed up or were wrong is a testament of your character. If only he was actually doing that, though, and he's not. Whether she was a stalker or not, she had an RO, and I would hope I would do the same thing you did because it could be the worst case scenario. If it's not, then it shouldn't be a big deal.
Crush it.
Moving
Like
forward,
if you hear that, please
not
hear that.
are you sober, Joe? Not being
Oh
rude, you
shit.
just seem
Crush
off.
asked a question. Hold on.
I watch you on Crushes every Tuesday, and this is weird. Somebody said, is Joe's grandma in this chat? Like, I guess because of him cussing.
Somebody said Crush asked a question. I gotta scroll up.
I mean, Crushes said, for what? Why apologize if you're not guilty of anything, Joe? I appreciate your sentiment. It makes me concerned about you. This one has 3 stars. Joe, people are upset because you're asking for questions and avoiding all the questions. Just in the live if you don't want to answer questions. It's fine, dude. You're cool. I personally feel all these women need to grow up. Talk it out, admit your wrongdoings, and move on with life. I mean,
Fabulous.
they're even putting like the red question marks in front of them or the red exclamation points. Joe, here's my question. Are you ready to get back to the light bearing, heavy lifting work with Kresha and the community when this is blown, over?
No.
There's the answer.
Krisha, I can't find her question. I'm sorry.
Remove Lauren from this relationship to
Okay,
be
I'm getting
repaired.
close, I think. I'm getting close.
All these mean. I hate that people are classifying Salty as being angry and a mean girl. He's not genuine to me. Not genuinely taking accountability means you will repeat it.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Exactly. He don't give a shit. I mean, you just heard him talking about the numbers. That's what's important to him.
Is that it?
She asked if you're aware of Lord's narrative, said somebody. That's kind, Joe. Crusher said, love you, Natalie. Salty put it in caps for his blind ass. She asked,
Why don't I ask?
Can you set CrimeCon apart and address Lauren's narrative after?
Good questions. Okay. I'll ask you a question. I'll ask you Kresha. I'll ask you Salty. And I'll ask everybody in chat, what do you want to know about CrimeCon? Like, it turned into this whole other thing that I was not expecting, and that's on me. Like I asked for it. I inserted myself into it. But what do you want to know about it? Like, what do you want to know about Lauren? What do you want to know about?
Stop deflecting. Salty said, I told him it's not about CrimeCon.
Grayson, what do you want to know? Grayson is, yeah. She's so young. I felt bad for her.
Oh, bad enough to buy her several shots of tequila. Southern Cat said, of course he can't find her question because he doesn't want to. Hawkeye said Salty did nothing but try and help him. So did Kresha. He wouldn't have the following without them back then. Exactly. Southern said, we want the truth. He can't handle the truth. Salty said, this about your actions, Joe. What about Megan? Said somebody else.
I did. All right.
Paper plate face. Everyone wants to know where you stand on Lauren now. No one wants you to talk about other people, talk about you. How do you feel about Grayson now? What case is next? Felt bad, pointed out Salty, shaking my damn head. I can't believe this, she said.
No, okay. Okay, that's fair. No one wants to talk about other people, talk about you. I was trying to get away from that. Like I didn't want to talk about me.
Are you afraid of HTC? This isn't about CrimeCon. What did you know? This is your truth. Oh, Kresha said, very, ever since my uncle was homicided for this very thing challenging his wife's beliefs. It's so realistic now.
Mm,
Salty said, what the
that's a
hell?
fair comment. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. I'm saying it's fair.
Michelle said, she's so young. So let's find her shots of tequila at the bar, shaking my head. Exactly. Looks fade, integrity stays, said ERF. Miss Woozy said, to be fair, a bunch of people were buying me drinks as well, including him, and I don't even drink, just ginger beer. Okay. It made me nervous to hear him talk about buying shots of tequila for Grayson because she's a young 24-year-old girl. It made me feel like he was trying to get her fucked up so he could do something, but that's just me looking from the outside. I wasn't there. I didn't see. True Crime says, wow, it seems like he has more concern for Grayson than his friend that he betrayed and hurt. It absolutely does.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Very evident. Only 314,000 subs now. The judge said it's protected, period. I hope the judge sees what she did with her very large reach.
Justine, yeah, right? Like at what point? So she's early 20s-ish. Grayson is early 20s-ish. And she worked for the other content creator, right? So at what point is she complicit? At what point am I complicit? And I was. Okay. I'm not upset.
Lord have mercy.
Grant, I'm not upset.
Salty said, oh my God, Grayson, what the fuck? Crusha said, well, we already know about the others by their actions. They're old news. What's the perfect outcome for this situation? Salty said, what happened after CrimeCon?
Hold on. I'm catching up. Let me catch up.
Miss Woozy said that Grayson was the only one freaking out, so a lot of people tried to comfort her and buy her drinks just to clarify on that, not justifying anything. Thank you for giving me that information. So that makes a little bit more sense. Getting Grayson sloppy drunk, which she was a bad idea. What point isn't the issue is that you are responsible. No, she didn't work. She freaking works. She didn't work. She freaking works for her. You defended Lauren on Queens without listening to her live or court hearing.
Kresha, is there a perfect outcome for this situation? Is there a quote unquote perfect outcome?
Early 20s, not a kid.
Are you talking about Outcome for me, outcome for you, outcome for your family. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Okay, you defended Lauren on Queens without listening to the court hearing. Why? Another question. When things are personally straightened out, are you ready to go back to unpacking the difficult research? Because I sure hope so. Question. Joe, will you ever be in another situation as this one? It's a legitimate question. Thank you so much. Crescia said, how do you see the case being resolved?
I don't think there's a perfect outcome from all of this bullshit. I don't think there's a perfect outcome.
Right. Not to mention Lauren would go live every time Crescia did. Even her last live too. We love Crescia. She's real. How fucked up is that? Wow. Someone said, is there an ideal outcome? Maybe not perfect, but something that can mend fences.
I'm going through.
Salty in Capital said, I told you Crescia was struck. I told you everything like Lori's cousin. I told you everything like Lori's cousin. You didn't watch. You still did nothing and acted like you needed to hear more. Last straw.
Comments, people. This is crazy. How do you, Crescia? Fuck.
I don't think that that's true. Miss Woozy said, right, I did offer her some of my 420 mints, though. I guess I'm no better, but 420 does help with that sometimes, at least for me. I think it's different when a man is buying a young female drinks, for me. Not technically a kid, but was half his age, perhaps. Ooh, Joe. Ooh, Lauren, stop using this young lady, my opinion. No, Grayson ain't perfect. She seems very shady. She does. I think she's old enough to realize what's going on and stop it. Crescia said, do you think Megan may have been manipulated by Lauren?
She withdrew it. Crescia, she withdrew it. And my name is out there now, voluntarily submitted on a withdrawn case in public documents. So I think the way it's going to be resolved is it's withdrawn and it's going to be ignored. That's what I think, Crescia.
Grayson will be blamed for this, you watch.
I think it's all fucking stupid. That's what I think.
Crescia said our children typically videotaped and streamed live. Sounds like he understands that it is crazy. Yep.
Crescia, do you think Megan may have been manipulated by Lauren? So
Salty said, what happened when I presented evidence to you about what Lauren was doing?
if you were to say that about me,
Crescia said testimonial in court is what I meant.
I don't think it would be fair for me to say that I was quote unquote manipulated because I voluntarily took the picture without being asked. I voluntarily submitted the sworn statement.
I mean, but everybody's past that, Joe. Why do you keep going back to it? Because that's your life raft?
Without being asked. I voluntarily went on web sleuths without being asked. I voluntarily went on Queen Bee without being asked. Those were all things that I voluntarily did without being asked. So what does it mean to be manipulated? I don't know, but I'm not going to say that I was. I'm going to say that I did all of those things of.
Miss Woozy said you were asked to submit the affidavit, Joe. You told me that earlier today. Salty said, yes, she easily manipulated. Now he wants to talk about him, not answering the questions. Pay attention. True Crime said, all I hear all here being held accountable is stupid. Everybody makes up their own mind. You know what I mean? Including him. And his mind is made up that he's not answering any motherfucking
My
questions that
own
matter.
free will and volition. That's my answer to that question, and I can't answer that for Megan. I can't. I don't know. I know she's been public, and she's gone public with a lot of stuff about this, and I haven't. And I've been criticized for not going public with it, which is why I'm on here right now, Kresha, because I want to say I'm sorry to you.
While smiling and still appearing to not mean it. Kresha says, no, I genuinely want your opinion about Megan. She says Lauren apologized repeatedly. This is untrue. She manipulated it to sound as though she did. Will you listen to it?
That's 99.9999% of my motivation. Like, because I'm exposing myself. Oh, God damn it. Stop crying for yourself, Joe. I'm not.
What even is that? What the fuck was that? Stop crying for yourself? I'm not? Wow. This guy's fucking weird.
I'm just saying, Kresha. I'm sorry.
Salty's
That's all
looking
I'm
away.
saying.
He is actually very boring. He did go public with it on these other panels making excuses. He did. Megan is in her 50s, has 6 kids.
Shit.
She can think for herself. She absolutely can. Somebody said that they thought that she was trying to be the peacekeeper, right or wrong.
Holly, I did, and I understand why she wouldn't want to. Completely understand why not.
I can't see Holly's question.
Am I afraid of hidden true crime? No. She copyright struck me, and Salty and I went up and we did like 2 different live streams on her interview of Jerry Holman. And no, I'm not afraid of her. At the same time,
Salty Sleuth said, Joe is not misled. What happened after CrimeCon is the problem.
Okay. At the same time, we went.
Salty said we have moved past CrimeCon, but Joe can't. Difficult. Kresha said yes. SuTube, yes. The Frank kids, I still remember them as E and R Frank. They're not ever shown on court record or in their video evidence. Megan is trying to keep the peace. I don't think she wants to be involved in this at all. Help us understand how you were sitting at a table next to someone who said, hey, there's my stalker, and you volunteered to take a picture. Salty, can you tell us what happened?
To lunch together with multiple other parties, right? And she said, I'm sorry I struck you, and if you ever want to use my material again, just text me. And I did, and she was true to her word. So when we get to CrimeCon, that's my context.
Somebody said, criticized by who? Who cares? We need to move on from this culture of being pressured into doing things just to appease people on the internet. It just fuels useless fires.
That's my context.
Joe, answer Salty's question, please.
Son of a nutmeg.
Wait, stop the pressers. Joe, you've been on all these panels, but you've not spoken a word in Crush's chats. The woe is me. He does sound like he took a handful of Valium. Oh, yeah, I homeschool, so I usually know. What y'all mean? Are you afraid of HTC suing you if you speak? You seem to be avoiding speaking about things.
Okay, what question?
There, Salty, tell us what did happen after CrimeCon. He didn't stand. He didn't stand with Crusha, and he still doesn't. Someone has 5 minutes to tell me what the fuck happened after CrimeCon. Um, remember I asked you because I couldn't figure it out either. I think it's referencing the fact that he used Crusha. So from what I understand, him and Crusha were doing live streams together quite frequently, like once a week or something to that extent. And then Crusha was thrown after under the bus and struck by Lauren from Hidden True Crime and all of that, and he did nothing to stand up for her as he should have. He just stayed quiet and didn't do a fucking thing to help her. He ran with the narrative that everybody was pushing that was helping Lauren and basically stabbing Crusha in the back. If I understand correctly, I could be wrong. And Hawkeye said he didn't stand with Crusha. Megan trying to keep the peace, yet she texted Crusha during her live that she didn't agree with what she was doing, yet said she never listened to her live. If we're going to keep talking about it, someone needs to speak up. And I know you did, and apparently neither of us have found out yet. This is goddamn ridiculous. Yeah, he avoided and didn't stand with Crusha. I think that's what it is. And that's what they mean that, yeah, about, and it's so important because Crusha is the victim's family. And I know that for several other reasons too. And I know that he claimed to not be watching Crusha's live stream or trying to help her at all until Kay Woodcock got on the panel. And then it was, oh, I'm watching now because Kay Woodcock was there when he was doing all these live streams with Crusha and supposed to be her friend and supposed to be supporting her. But Crusha's not important without Kay Woodcock, which goes back to the families being abused and used, and it makes you look like a fucked up person because she sat with you on all these live streams and did all this stuff with you so you could grow your fucking channel. Yet she's not important enough for you to do a fucking thing about when Lauren's going after her and striking her unnecessarily. It's not even important enough to be there for your friend until Kay Woodcock comes on the panel, from what I understand. Yeah, it's all very disgusting.
Amanda, tell me what question. We can do
I'll-
that.
Okay, Crusha said, "Is that why you asked me that night if we needed to ask Lauren to use her clip?" And I was like, "No, it's fair use according to YouTube. If you make comments about it, then it's fair use." What happened after CrimeCon, the lives, etc.?
I'm not afraid of hard questions. I have never been afraid of hard questions. I just don't know what question I'm supposed to answer.
Any of the questions that have been in chat, Joe. Stop playing dumb. Okay, the true latest victim is Christina. It means a lot that Joe is speaking out, yet saying nothing. Claim them as family, and if that's family, Joe, glad you're not my family. Hey, Morbid, good to see you. He betrayed a friend and a family by doing shady shit behind the scenes and not taking accountability. Tell me what question so I won't answer it. I have a question. What's your question? Salty says, what happened after CrimeCon,
Crazy.
Joe? Act like you don't know. You act like you don't know. Seriously. Salty keeps talking about what happened after CrimeCon.
Crasha, is that why you asked me that night if we needed to ask Lauren to use her clip? And I was like, no, it's fair use. According to YouTube, if you make comments about it, then it's fair use. So, okay, Crasha.
So people are pointing out almost every comment is a question. Why did you go on 2 panels without listening to 9 hours of her live? Are you afraid of HTC? You are censoring yourself.
Salty and I used her videos and we stopped and made comments, and I thought it
I'm
was
drinking Red
fair
Bull.
use. when we did our review of Jerry Holman's interview, of her interview with Jerry Holman, right? I felt like it was fair use and we still got copyright struck, and that's why I asked you. Okay, because
Somebody pointed out, might as well have the circle going around on the screen right now. Salty, why don't you just say it for goodness sakes? You should talk of live you to your friends. It should be worth talking of line for. Don't blame yourself, but that ain't stalking. And if it really was, why drop it? Because cameras and then do a 9-hour live. I'm dying to know what Salty knows.
you can have something that's used in fair use and still get copyright struck on YouTube because they give the power to the original content creator. That's what happened to me. And that's why I brought that up.
Okay, but Lauren struck Crescia because the truth that Kay was sharing said Carolina, and that still is not an answer to the question. She struck you? Who? Lauren? Shit. All of that was after CrimeCon, and that and my comment about hurting families is what happened. Yep. I don't know Salty. From what I've seen on the threads, she seems amazing. All Salty, Sleuthy, they're all very much amazing and very have morals, have integrity.
And eventually that got dismissed. Even before I met Lauren in Phoenix and she apologized for that copyright strike, it was already dismissed after 2 appeals. But it did take 2 appeals, and it did take months for YouTube to review them. So that's
And then knowing that, you still were her friend and went and took a fucking photo and wrote a whole fucking court document that you knew was a lie. Let's not even, I guess dwell on that. I'll be damned. You struck my shit twice and nope, nope. Nope. Yeah, long ago when I did 2-part pig roast reviewing her interview with shitbag Jerry Holman from Delphi, 2 lives like 4 hours each to go over an hour and a half interview. Wow, I would fight it if you can. It's bullshit. Yes, they are amazing women. They are. Did you watch Crescia's live that got struck? Said somebody. What's your stance on Lauren now? Crescia said she weaponizes her content as well, Joe. Did you see that she struck 18 minutes of my video, silencing me and my mom again? I shared her content of my dead family members. Are you starting to see? And she put prayer hands behind it.
that's that. All right, hold on. Here's another one. I find it strange and actually all pissed. She told you that she had to ask you first to use her content after striking. Yeah.
I must have missed that one. Hold on, let me get close to the computer so I can read it. He highlighted, I find it strange and actually a little pissed she told you that you had to ask her first to use her content after striking you for something that's fair use already too.
No, so that was the copyright strike about the Jerry Holman interviews, 2 of them, or two copyright streams that got struck under one copyright strike.
Salty said, after CrimeCon, Joe acted shady as hell and he knows it. I have told him directly. I told him on my live. I'm telling y'all, this guy isn't being real, claiming to be confused by my questions. Lies. Miss Woozy asked, did she strike more than just the one live? And Crescia said, no, just the one.
and they were eventually dismissed. And that was last winter. That was like last January, February. I don't know. I can tell you, Kresha, if you want me to.
Someone says, I agree, Psychosaurus Rex. It's just odd that he won't address the 5,000-pound elephant in the room. So Lauren Matthai's narrative that her phone number was displayed, that's why they struck your live, is not true. Someone was asking Kresha. Sleuthy said, yeah, I appealed it and she filed a suit. Laughing my ass off. I told her I don't care enough to waste my time in court with her. I'm a single mom and work full time. She cried. I was critical of her and made her lose money. How fucked up is that? My God. I am sorry, Sleuthy. That's fucked up. Yeah, I'm going to have to go in just a second too. Crush's statement 100. He wasn't interested in Grayson, just my opinion. His interest was elsewhere. Sounds familiar. Yeah, all about her. I'm gonna grab Sleuthy's link real quick too.
Send you exact dates I can, but it was last winter-ish.
I just dropped Crush's link in chat if you guys have not subscribed.
When the Jerry Holman interview copyright strikes got dismissed. They got applied,
Lord have mercy.
and then I applied for review. They got struck again, and then I reapplied for review, and the second application never got responded to, so they were lifted sometime January, February, March. I don't remember the exact dates, but it was.
They are all disassociated, said Crusha. Question, have you considered Hidden True Crime's apology for the strike on you during her apology to all era? Why won't you tell us what happened after CrimeCon? Then you wonder why I say you are hiding something. Miss Woozy said difficult research. Okay. Well, that backfired on her tremendously because it made people share it more. I made a point to find it and watch it. I saw the live and you were all giddy that Lauren gave you permission after you asked to use her content.
This was before Lori Daybell's April hearing. So when we met in April and I said, I got a problem with you, and she's like, I understand.
Okay, well, don't go looking for the pig roast. Why get drunk if you're terrified? Doesn't make sense. I agree. I want to see them now. That story doesn't make sense. I just dropped Sleuthy's link as well. If you guys haven't subscribed to her, make sure you do so. Just asked Justine says, speaking of Megan, anyone see the new short video blaming all of this on us needing a new common enemy after Lori's trial? Bullshit. Wow. What kind of fucked up shit is that? Michelle, question. What are your thoughts on Lauren striking Crush's live?
I didn't mean it type of thing. It was my people. And if you want to use my stuff in the future, then let me know. Like that was, Trace can tell me when that was,
Right.
but it was late March, early April-ish when we went to lunch in Phoenix and she said that. So
Oh my God, Joe, answer the question. Salty sleuth, shady how? Disassociated is using it lightly, difficult research. Oh my God, I feel so bad and recognize this shit. Sounds like Laura Matthais does a lot of apologizing, then turns around and shits on them again. She can't be trusted. To be fair, I messaged her, Lord, it's probably been a year ago, and asked her if I could use her interview of Stefan and them, and she gave me permission, but I usually try to reach out and ask people before I use their content. I haven't been as adamant about it here in the past couple of months, but I usually do. She gave me permission and didn't strike me. He said instead of April. Oh, April instead of April. Does anyone think Lauren Matthais cultivated Joe to pull him away from Kresha after all, Lauren knew what was in the text, knew Kresha was in them? What the time period doesn't match for that, I don't think, because he's referencing CrimeCon. He's referencing CrimeCon, which was September of this year. I don't know. She struck me and I haven't even monetized my channel. Wow.
Now I got to check in with chat. But Kresha, your
That's
comments.
fucked up.
Okay. Leonard Amber says there's a question. I think what happened after CrimeCon? I told you what happened after CrimeCon.
No, you didn't. Salty said after I told him why everyone was upset with him, and gave him evidence, he still needed more. After Kresha was struck, he still did nothing. The community was hurt. Kresha was hurt. Kresha said it's still on Facebook and in my StreamYard account. I also appealed the request and have help gathering our original photos that she used to begin with and going to get them removed. I got to see what his response to Salty is, and then I'll have to go. But we knew none of this until after CrimeCon. Right. I don't know. There's a video of him
Kresha,
up
that's
the camera.
why I want to apologize to you in person, because this isn't okay.
What he's responding to is she weaponizes her content as well, Joe. Did you see that she struck 18 months of my videos? Striking me and mom again. Silencing me and mom again. I shared her content of my dead family members. Are you starting to see? That's what he's responding to. It's a major MKD.
Okay. This is not okay.
He was working with Lauren at the time. Trust me, you didn't, because me and allegedly speculating
this is not
are
okay.
sitting here speculating about what happened at the CrimeCon. Yeah. He's got his talking points. It has been since struck on Facebook and taken down from there as well. It has, because I looked for it the other day to give it to somebody and it wasn't there. No, it's not okay, said Salty Sleuth. Provided the tent for everyone to stand under at the trial.
Lucy Day. What did Lucy Day say that's not true that we need to correct the record on? Wow, that's way up there. I don't even know.
It might say minutes. I'm trying to read it like about as big as y'all see it. It's very, very small. She might have said minutes. I might have said months. I apologize. He watched me fighting for my life in these YouTube streets, defending him on lives that he was supposedly watching. So if he was watching, why did he let me battle it alone? Damn. That's so fucked up. Standing up for him and he can't even come back you. Everyone didn't know Christina until after the 9-hour lab. Lauren was doing damage control and it's failing. Yep. At Sleuthy, what Salty explained is what happened. Yeah, it's that he used Kresha and then didn't stand up for her, didn't do a fucking thing against Lauren. And Kresha was supposed to be his friend. It definitely says minutes. I apologize. I apologize. I can't. I have to get I have to get up and get really close to the screen because my setup's crazy right now. When we move, it's going to be better. Okay. I can see the comments better than I can the white up there.
So that's what Lucy says. And then Kresha says it's not true.
CrimeCon, sorry.
Kresha.
Okay, Joe, this situation is not okay. We are worried about you. How have you been feeling since you returned from CrimeCon?
I'm sorry. I can't say it enough. Answer the real questions. Answer the real questions. I don't know what the real questions are.
Hey, Twisted.
This is so messed up.
Yep. And then the first chance he had to stick up for me and verify what I said was true, he threw me under the bus and said, no, that's not true. He did it twice in a row. Wow. What a piece of shit. That's the comment she's saying it's on Facebook, the live that got struck. Just 2 hours ago, I was defending you. Now all I got is questions, as many people did. That's why everybody's upset too, because he threw Kresha and everybody else under the bus and didn't stand up for them against Lauren. And they all talked about this and what as he came together to do this live stream to come out and be accountable for what he did, and he's not doing any of it. You are hiding something. Someone said, Crusher, you're better than me. I'm so pissed for you, your Bob, and your family. Miss Woozy said, Joe, how do you feel about Lauren now? That's what everyone wants to know.
Pammy.
You are
Pammy,
sorry. It's good enough.
You got to go
No,
there.
it's not. Okay. This person, Joe, how do you feel about Lauren now? That's the question he's about to attempt to answer, I guess. Don't get me, Salty Sleuth said, don't get me started on Lori's dumb cousins insulting shorts and videos.
I put my neck out on the line. I put myself out on an official legal document. And then it all gets removed, deleted, unfiled, whatever you want to call it. How would you feel, Pammy?
You did all that knowing that you were lying. And it's not even about that. Like everybody said, it's about you not standing up for your friends in Kresha. Oh my God. He claims to not know what happened after the 9-hour live and everything after, but she literally showed and went over it all with him, and he's not addressing any of it. And claims to not have watched it at all. I do not know how you deal with all this stress. You are made of something stronger than most of us, sending you peace and love. There are a lot of questions. He can't get to them all. Poor guy is stressing. Oh, stop it. I'm sorry, Joe. I love you, dude, but it begs an answer. See, the moderators and the members of his channel are asking him the real questions and are upset with him. The truth will set you free. You can come clean and forget this nightmare. That's not answering the question. All right, I'm going to have to leave this right where it is because I've got to get dinner started because it is 6 o'clock here. So if I don't, I'm going to be in trouble. Not really, but kind of, sort of. This again, I want to share a couple of channels with y'all before we go. This is Sleuthy Goosey. Again, if you have not subscribed to her, please do so. I'm going to grab what y'all are saying in just a second and read through your comments that y'all have just sent before we go. I need to do. This is Kresha. Hold on just a minute. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Okay, there's Kresha. And then we got. This is Rubber Ramada. If she had not recorded this, I would not have it right now. If you guys have not subscribed to her, please do so. And then I got one more to share with y'all. Why is it not showing up? I'm going to go try to be here tonight as long as I don't pass out. So if you guys have not subscribed to Hio, I know most of my people that are here every day have, but if you haven't, definitely subscribe to her. Okay, let me see what y'all had said. Claims to not know what happened after that. Yep, we read that. Okay. I wanted to make sure I went all the way back. Spoiler alert, he doesn't answer any questions. It's true. It's the question he's about to dance around, not answer. As he did for everything. I threw myself onto the train tracks and tied myself up like a damsel in distress and waited for my knight to come save me for myself. Woe is me. Nobody likes me. I'll go eat worms. He's still in that moment, not owning up to any of it. In any of it. Joe answers another question with a non-answer. Yeah, I hope y'all do have a good night. Nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. I think I'll go eat some worms. Yes. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today and going over this with me. We will continue to go over it. Have a good night. Salty will be going on soon, Test Lab, after her move. Oh, yeah, let me grab her link. Thank you. I didn't even think about. She's in my description. S-A, Lord have mercy. B-L-Y-S-E. Misspelled it and everything. Lord have mercy. Salty. She is the one that was holding him accountable or attempting to, that he would not answer any of her questions. She is also going live tonight, you said? Yep. 7 p.m. my time. So in an hour, she will be live. And then Hio will be live in a couple of hours, I do believe. I don't know how to do that yet. So make sure you go check out Salty Sleuth Investigates. Community check. It's been a while. Help me test this thing because she had just moved and she's going to be testing out that live. Made me laugh. Yes, I will see y'all on Monday. Thank you for reminding me. I apologize. I hope y'all have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with me today. We will continue to go over this on Monday, not tomorrow. I don't know if I said tomorrow. I've got to get packed so that we can attempt to move soon as well. I will be in Salty's as long as I don't forget, which I shouldn't. I put the notification on, and I will also be in Hio's after that. I hope to see y'all there. Thank you, everybody that is close to this situation, for coming in and answering questions and let me know what was going on to the best of everybody's ability as we try to talk about this. At the end of the day, I think that if Joe, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I think that if he wanted to try to save his reputation, he would come on and do that live stream again and actually answer the fucking questions. But it's hard to change a grown-ass man. And if he's doing that as a grown-ass man, I highly doubt, even if he answered the questions or apologized empathetically, that it would be sincere. I would still have a lot of questions. We will be redirecting to Salty Sleuth. Please hit the like and tell her that allegedly speculating sent you. Okay, yes, please. Words are hard. Yes, please do that. I'm going to play the outro song, and then after that, Hio's going to make it to where y'all would pop up in Salty so y'all can hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much. So ready to get back to true crime. I know that's right. I know that's right. All right, y'all, if nobody's told you, you are enough, you are important, you are special, and you are loved. And I'll see y'all Monday. Bye. Thank you.
Listen up, I gotta tell you.